and do a little bit of good because they support companies, organizations, and candidates that you like. It's patriotmobile.com/doc. patriotmobile.com/doc.
Wow. Hey, guys, Ron Phillips from the Conservative Cartel. I want to tell you about a new weight loss product that's quickly becoming part of our MoJo 50 family. Okay, so it was launched by this Texas company who have taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. That's right. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. In a 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser, you remember that show? It showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. Rid-U-Zone, that's R-I-D-U Zone, contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. If you are struggling every day with cravings, try Rid-U-Zone. It makes it so much easier to control your appetite and not think about food all day. That's my problem. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to riduzone.com and enter code MATT. That's M-A-T-T. Again, that's riduzone.com. RIDUZONE.com. Rid-U-Zone.
MoJo 50. The question isn't who's going to let us. The question is who's going to stop us. Adjust your mojo now. Thank you. The mothership has landed. Doc Thompson, Brad Staggs, Almighty MoJo 50.
All right, strap in, sit down, relax.
Strap on.
Whatever it takes. 3 hours of therapy. I was just in the MeWe chat room, and
how's that going?
I realized it's empty because everybody's on the way here.
Papa Top again.
Yeah. I decided this is going to be Thursday's
Got time for one more round.
theme song.
Let's just kill it right off the bat.
Yeah.
And I'll be gone.
Yep. By the way, if you're in Facebook, everything just died.
That's right. You might run over to mojo50tv.com
Yeah.
if you want to see us.
Yeah, exactly. We've known this has been coming for a long time that Facebook would eventually just find a way to kick us completely off, and they're in the process, but that's okay. We have a backup plan.
That we do.
We do. We have a backup plan. We're not telling you what it is yet, though.
Can you tell me what it is?
I don't know yet. We'll fake it. Then we'll figure something out. Now, I told you you're going to love me. You could thank me. You could thank me before the show started, Ron, because what I'm about to play, I got this in the in my inbox in email. Masterclass. Have you ever seen those? You can take.
Yes, absolutely.
I had it all last year and it lapsed. I'm going to have to buy it again because the one or two I watched last year were Steve Martin on comedy. And now in Masterclass, it is going to be...
There is one I'm going to be taking soon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Penn and Teller.
Oh, that's the one.
And did you watch the trailer for it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Not juggling. This is called misdirection.
This is the trailer for Penn and Teller's Masterclass.
You are at Magic. We got stuff here for you. Learning basic principles of magic, like learning chords on a guitar. Once you know a few simple principles, you can build your whole magic routine.
And here's the amazing part coming up.
Silently, it brings out a huge amount of wonder.
When you don't talk, the audience has to.
I have never heard him speak.
Don't know where it's going. The basic method behind this uses sound.
By the way, that is Teller.
Yes.
That is Teller. That's the Teller half. If you're listening to the podcast or to the stream, that is Teller. I've never heard him speak. Ever. Have you?
Oh, yeah. But I've seen documentaries with him.
Never heard him speak.
Misdirection. Palming is when you hide something in your hand. You're going to bring your whole hand around and conceal that ball and completely close your fist. And that will make all your relatives laugh.
It's $180 to sign up for the year I'm in. I'm in just for that one. I mean, Penn Jillette is an interesting guy.
Oh, he is.
Very interesting. He's
he's got 2 books out, or at least 2. I know I've listened to them, audiobooks.
Our friend Bailey has had the pleasure of seeing him shirtless twice.
Nice.
Every time. Every time
I know he was naked on the vomit comment once.
It's just every time he was at the other place, he somehow was able to get in front of Bailey without his shirt on. There's some things you don't want to see because you can't unsee them. That's one of them. Penn Jillette without a shirt, although he does look good. So if you're into magic, if you're a big old goober like me, yeah, it's time to take the master class. $180. I think that one class right there is totally worth it. So it's $180 a year. You get access to all of the classes, which is Steve Martin and Annie Leibovitz.
Oh yeah, there's acting, there's drawing, there's engineering. I mean, and it's all people that you know.
Yeah, it's really a master class is amazing to me because it's. You'd never be able.
Filmmaking.
Yeah.
You name it.
Ron Howard does the filmmaking version.
He does.
And so it's just amazing. So, okay, let's dive into the other stuff. Now, see, okay, first of all, you know where Attorney General Bill Barr will not be today?
He will not be on Capitol Hill.
No, he will not be. At least he'll not be testifying. He decided he is not going to testify before the House panel today. And I think a lot of the reason that he will not be, and now, of course, they're all saying, contempt of Congress. He's going to be held in contempt of Congress. The world is going to end. But here is a really good, if I were him, I'm not sure I would go up there either, because yesterday it was everybody who wanted to be or who is a candidate for the presidency next year. They all wanted to show everybody the size of their sack, including Kamala Harris.
I wouldn't.
Now, let me back this up a little bit. She asked a question. She asked him, let's see.
Has the president or anyone at the White House ever asked or suggested that you open an investigation of anyone?
I wouldn't.
Yes or no?
Could you repeat that question?
I will repeat it.
And here, okay, and everybody's saying, Kamala Harris stumped the Attorney General. He just stumbled and fumfered in it. No, what he's doing, he knows the trap. He knows
the trap.
He knows the trap. If you've ever sat in a courtroom, and usually, because I've done it, attorneys have a sneaky, nasty little way of asking you a question, which seems like a normal question. It's the, Ron, are you still beating your wife? See? Yeah. That's a yes or no question. So,
yeah, and that's, I mean, the whole browbeating thing.
It's a gotcha. He is smart enough.
So he's thinking through his answer.
Yes.
I mean, he has to. There's no question about that.
Because, I mean, think of if someone asked you, Ron, has anybody ever asked you to move the couch in this studio? And then, somehow somebody has a recording of Doc maybe one day. Can you help me move you didn't remember it, but he asked you, and that's what they would do to the Attorney General. Aha! We have videotape of the president's personal secretary saying that, what you ought to do is investigate the vice president. Anything. They would come up with a tape of anything and bring it out and say, aha, gotcha, you lied. That's exactly what this is. Anybody with a brain and 2 pieces of common sense knows this.
Has the president or anyone at the White House ever asked or suggested that you open an investigation of anyone? Yes or no, please, sir?
The president or anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Seems you would remember something like that and be able to tell us.
Yeah, but I'm trying to grapple with the word suggest.
Exactly. He is an attorney. He knows the tricks. I don't know whether Kamala Harris is an attorney or not. I mean, hell, everybody else on Capitol Hill is.
Not AOC.
No.
Did you watch that?
No, I haven't yet, but I plan to. The documentary on her.
Yeah.
But no, 90% of these guys and women up on Capitol Hill are attorneys. And which is why
you'll know how to play the game.
Yes, that's why we'll never get tort reform, because they're not going to eat their own. They will never do that, because they're going to protect the family. And so this guy, and I'm not a Bill Barr fan. I don't care. He doesn't move the needle one way or the other for me.
You know who I think crossed the line yesterday?
Who?
Hirono.
Oh, that's because she's nuts.
Yeah.
She's crazy. She's crazier than Claire Danes on Homeland. And that's crazy.
There have been discussions of matters out there that they have not asked me to open an investigation, but
Perhaps they've suggested,
I don't know. I wouldn't say suggest.
hinted,
I don't know.
inferred? You don't know. Okay. In your
This is why every time I pass a courtroom, my hand starts sweating. I've been sitting there. I mean, you go through a divorce proceeding and just see. I mean, if you've ever been, you know what I'm saying. If you've ever been through it, because the attorneys will find a way to. It'll seem like a simple question, and they will back you into a corner, and you're like, "But that's not what I meant. I mean, it's not. And you end up shooting yourself in the foot, not even knowing it, because they are so good at what they do. So good at what they do. And again, I don't know if Kamala Harris is an attorney or not, but she certainly exhibits the skills of an attorney. I'll give her that. But that is why we're not going to see the Attorney General today on Capitol Hill testifying, because it would be another display of everybody's sack.
I'm all about the challenge.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, this is the
hold me in contempt. Let's see what. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, exactly. And this all goes back to the because they didn't find anything in the Mueller report, because there was nothing there to begin with, because there was no obstruction, because there was no crime committed in the first place. Okay.
Lindsey Graham, he did a couple of things yesterday as the chairman that just cracked me up. Number one, he talked about the fact that the 19 pages of the Mueller, I guess it was a smaller, documentation, the summary, if you will, didn't get handed out. But 2 weeks later, he handed out the entire 448-page Mueller report. Okay, get off of it already.
Yeah, and that's what Nadler and everybody want is the unredacted version of the. They all know that it can't be released because of the grand jury testimony and blah blah blah. Yeah. We all know that, and it's a dog and pony show. This is all this is. And by the way, when Lindsey Graham used the F word,
I was just about to say, I was watching a clip yesterday where he was reading.
Hey y'all,
he just dropped it out there.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I don't know what Lindsey Graham's been working out. He's been doing something. He's got it going on lately.
I wouldn't quite say it was working out.
Oh, I don't know. He's getting the T levels are going up in Lindsey.
There is that.
If you know what I'm saying, and I think you do.
Well, the one person who needed a sack has found one.
Yes, he did. He found a big old sack. And speaking of AOC, the funny thing that she did. It's an entertaining thing that she did. We'll talk about it in a second. I was looking this morning. It seems so easy to when you Google how to lose weight easily. You know how many you get, like 1.5 million results on Google.
Oh, everybody's got an idea.
Oh, there's 1 million ways to lose weight easily. It truly is. It is simple to lose weight. It really is. It's not easy, but it's simple.
Shut your mouth and stop putting food in it.
Yeah. That's all.
That's one way.
So it's like drinking a lot of water, staying away from sugar and artificial sweeteners, portion control, which is the, don't eat too much, and exercise, which is the burning it off. It really is.
It's a simple formula.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
It's not easy to do.
It's exactly right. It's not easy. Look, I'm the poster child.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is it's a simple formula. Everybody knows it.
It's simple to do. It's which reminds me of the old simple to lose, which it really was. It just it ends up starving your body when you do it that way. But if you are trying all of these things, if you're ready to do it, if you're ready to get off the sugar, and I've proven to myself that I'm not. I'm battling the sugar thing every day. Battling it every day. Riduzone is just a little something extra in your arsenal. If you are ready to lose weight, don't forget to go to riduzone.com and order some Riduzone. See if it works for you. I think it will. But what it does, it's the OEA molecule. It helps you speed up your metabolism because, again, remember, as you get older and you exercise, Somehow Mother Nature has found a way to make your metabolism slow down if you exercise. It's just, man, it is cruel and unusual punishment is what it is. But it will also help you feel fuller faster. RidUZone.com, and there's a special deal for you there. And always use promo code MoJo. Always start there. I don't care what website you go to. Just start with the promo code MoJo and see if it works for you. RidUZone.com is the website. Now, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she, oopsies, she tweeted out a photo of an old white guy standing next to a cardboard cutout of her. Did you see this?
I have not.
This is hysterical. So it's at first glance, you see an old white guy standing next to her, a cardboard cutout of her. And it's like he's smiling and grinning. He's wearing a suit. She's all, they're right there. And she life-size cutout. And she tweets out this picture. Hey, nobody. GOP. Let's pose our older male members next to cardboard cutouts of young female legislators. Well, guess what? Turns out that's not a GOP member. He's actually a Democrat. Oopsies. Yeah, she should probably look around her to see who she's working with. It is actually John Yarmouth. John Yarmouth. He's a Democrat from Kentucky. So it was actually a picture of him and her. So one of her colleagues on Capitol Hill has a picture of him standing next to a cutout of her. She just assumed, because it was an old white guy, that it must have been a Republican, and decided she was going to, I'm going to show them. I'm going to show them. And that kind of backfired. But you're not hearing that anywhere else, are you?
Oh, no.
Because Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez can do no wrong whatsoever. Again, until she opens her mouth, she's okay. So
you'll really like that documentary. It's called "Knock Down the House."
I'll give her this. I mean, all of those.
It's a cool story. Don't get me wrong. It is sensationalized it because it's in a movie.
Yeah,
a documentary. But it's very interesting to see how she came. I mean, they even show her behind the bar, dipping out ice into a bucket.
Sure.
Back when she was doing what she was doing.
Right. No,
and the group of people that put her where she's at.
There's definitely. I mean, she's telling me you're not a puppet. I'm not a puppet. She is. They're just using invisible thread, but believe me, yeah, she is. She's a she's somebody's puppet. We're just not quite sure exactly whose. It's not Nancy Pelosi's. I know that. Now, this new younger freshman class, especially on the Democrat side, I'll give them credit, man. They are they're getting things done. Do not underestimate them, because they will sneak up and take you down. That crane collapse up in Seattle was looks like it was human error.
Oh.
Yeah, they were when they were taking this thing down. It would kill. How many people did it kill? Was
4.
It 4.
Yeah, it killed 4 people, injured several more. I thought it was structural.
They said based on the videos of the collapse, experts believe the workers who disassembled the construction crane were too quick to remove the pins holding sections of the crane together.
Whoa.
Yeah, that would suck knowing that you did that. They say the reason this tower fell over, iron workers and the people who were working on it did not follow the manufacturer's instructions for disassembling the crane. So it was men, because men never follow instructions, nor do we read the directions either way. Crane accident investigator Tom Barth, he's from South Carolina. That's what he said. He said that if the pins had been in, the crane would not have fallen over. That's just, ugh. Sections landed on top of the new Google building it was working on, and other pieces hit 6 vehicles on the street below.
Oh, God, can you imagine sitting at a red light or just driving down and didn't? Holy crap.
I know. That's just, you just never know. And that's the thing. You never know when your time is going to come. It's just, those people, hopefully the thing that the only thing they had going for it was fast. Because if you,
hopefully,
yes. Because if it was one of those situations where it crushed the top of their car and they were just pinned in there and were still alive and couldn't get out. And I have a friend who his two of his kids were in a car, and they, for whatever, I don't know exactly how the accident happened, but it went off into a ditch. I think it may have struck a tree. Anyway, one of the kids was he was in his teens, and he was pinned in there and couldn't breathe.
Right.
And he got there. My friend, his dad, got there while he was still alive, and he couldn't get him out. And so he just watched. I'm literally just suffocated because he could not breathe because the car.
That
so
sucks.
yeah. I mean, that would just, by that right there. That's the fate worse than death. I mean, you gladly trade places. If it's your kid in that car. So I mean, the only thing we can hope is that for these people up in Seattle, that was it was quick. Alex Trebek, he was on Good Morning America, and he has pancreatic cancer.
Right.
Which usually is a death sentence right off the bat. And he was interviewed by Robin Roberts, who has survived cancer. And she asked him how he's doing.
My oncologist tells me I'm doing well, even though I don't always feel it. I've had kidney stones, I've had ruptured discs, so I'm used to dealing with pain. But what I'm not used to dealing with is these surges that come on suddenly of deep sadness, and it brings tears to my eyes. I've discovered in this whole episode, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm a bit of a wuss, but I'm fighting through it. My platelets, my blood counts are steady, my weight is steady. The numbers that indicate the cancer indicators, those are coming down. Good. So I've got another chemo next week, and then we'll do a review to find out where things stand.
I'm telling you, that's usually pancreatic cancer. It is, you get the diagnosis, and within what? A month, 6 months, poof, you're gone.
Yeah, it comes on way too fast.
My friend Rusty in Nashville, he is a survivor of pancreatic cancer, has been for the past, almost 25 years. So it is survivable. Technology has changed, we've new treatments, etc. But obviously, when you have Alex Trebek's money, you can you can afford the best.
You can find the best, people to treat you and the best options. Not everyone has access to.
Yeah, and they say money won't buy you happiness, but damn, it sure can help grease the wheels and do a lot of other things that I sure would like to try it. And he had some other things to say. Let's see, do I have time? Yeah, we'll see if we have time.
But I've had so many contacts from people who have survived cancer for 10 years, 12 years, 14 years. I am now a 30-day cancer survivor. I'm going to catch up to those other people. But they have been an inspiration to me. And that's really what it's all about. It's drawing attention to this particular type of devastating cancer, making people aware of it, telling them that they should take certain precautions beforehand to find out, because we never discover pancreatic cancer until it's too late, unfortunately.
That is the truth. And that's usually what happens, is you don't, and I don't know what, I don't know what the early indications of pancreatic cancer are.
Well, it seems like there aren't any, but there's got to be. There's got to be some way.
I don't know if it starts off with a backache or, you're, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a cousin, my cousin's husband died of it. And I mean, literally that was a 6 month.
Right.
6 months from diagnosis to 6 feet under. And it's, again, when you have that diagnosis, well, it's like Gwen Rich. I mean, the discussion I had with her about how she's living with cancer. I mean, that's what Alex Trebek is doing. It still may get him. He hasn't beaten it. I mean, he's fought it back, but you just never know. But it's like I told Gwen. She said, well, I know what's going to get me. I said, no, you don't. Could be a bus. You could be in a plane. It could be any number of other things that are going to get you. At least you've got one of these you've just recognized or identified one of your opponents on the field. Right. And most of us have no idea which opponent is going to take us down. Somebody's going to take us down. Something or somebody is going to take us down, whether it's age, time, whatever, or a cancer or a car wreck or whatever it is. And I just don't think I want to know. I mean, that's a burden you got to carry with you. So while we're here, let's have the best time we can. Go to the Rich Solution. Read Gwen's story. You've heard Alex Trebek's. Read their stories. Find out what how they keep going in the face of adversity. It's all about living the best life you can. It's about leading a healthy lifestyle, so you feel good while you're here, so things don't hurt. So you're at least having a good time while you're on the face of the earth. And that's what the Doc Thompson Healthy Lifestyle Challenge is all about: making smart food swaps, getting exercise, standing up when you can. I mean, that's one of the big ones, just literally standing up when you can. Go to the Rich Solution, find out more. You can, like I said, get Gwen's story, find out about their supplements and more. TheRichSolution.com. In the meantime, your Daily Mojo continues next.
Happily promoting the 4 F's: freedom, faith, free markets, and fun. MoJo 50.
I'm Mike Opelka from PureOpelka.com. Here's your 2-minute drill for Joe Biden Announcement Day. And really, it's Groundhog Day again, as Joe Biden has once again thrown his hat into the ring to try and make himself president of the United States of America.
I believe history will look back on 4 years of this president and all he embraces as an aberrant moment in time. But if we give Donald Trump 8 years in the White House, he will forever and fundamentally alter the character of this nation.
I think that's kind of interesting terminology, because didn't Barack Obama say that he was going to fundamentally transform the United States of America, and he almost did it? In fact, Donald Trump and the Republicans have been trying to reverse the damage done by Obama. But let's go back to Biden. Remember 32 years ago when he had to drop out of the presidential race for plagiarism?
I do it with incredible reluctance, and it makes me angry. I'm angry with myself for having been put myself in the position of having to make this choice. And I am no less frustrated with the environment of presidential politics. Be that as it may, I've concluded that I will stop being a candidate for president of the United States.
That was Joe Biden 32 years ago. Can he make it all the way to the convention this time and be the damn nominee? We will see. Testudo, my friends. Testudo.
Mike Opelka's 2-minute drill is powered by MoJoWildRice.com. Their wild rice is a superfood, gluten, sodium, fat, and cholesterol-free, yet high in fiber, protein, zinc, phosphorus, and trace minerals. But you're going to love it because it's delicious. MoJoWildRice.com. MoJoWildRice.com.
The Daily Mojo.
Yeah, see, now the real conversation starts and the jackals all get here. Nah, it's just, James, what is your Twitter handle now? Push your little button there, your little blue button. It should be up.
There we go.
Yeah, what's your Twitter? And get right up on that thing.
All right, you mean the ad or what my name
says?
Well,
what is your handle?
My handle is James in Fort Worth.
Oh, because I get it. You're in Fort Worth now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Kamala Harris is an attorney, and what were you just saying that they had to?
She actually was the state's attorney. Was it California State's Attorney General for a while? And there was actually at least one case I was able to find online where a judge had to order that her department explain to several of the prosecutors that were underneath her that were working for her why it is illegal to falsify evidence against people.
I love attorneys. There's some I do like. Let me think about that before. There's a couple that I like. A couple of them. You can put your headphones on there too. Larky Farkin's in here, and Rusty, and James, and Fort Worth. I went into the MeWe chat room, and there was nobody there. I realized, I know why. Everybody's here. Stephen Airy over on Twitter. Hey guys, speaking of breaching, did y'all see this? And then there's a link to an article. Thank you. DeCare Bear. So, do we need common sense crane control reform now? Yes, probably. And look, Larky F and Farkin, you tweeted a picture of the Oh, this is like the outside of the room from the inside of the room.
Yes.
Very nice. Get right up on there. You got to go all the way. See, pull that thing down, straight down, pull it down. There you go.
You guys,
wrap your
got
hand
to
around.
deep throat the mics. Sorry. There you go.
Because otherwise it just gets weird.
All right.
How was your trip?
It was not bad. It was actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I actually live south of Bowling Green. But,
close to Nashville.
Oh yeah, real close. You know,
Okay.
borderline.
We used to be neighbors.
But I flew out of Detroit. So.
What?
Yeah.
You flew out of Detroit.
Yeah.
How'd you get from Louisville? Did you say Louisville?
No, not Bowling. Oh, not Bowling Green, Ohio.
Bowling Green, Ohio. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say that's doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I thought maybe I ought to clarify that a little bit.
Yeah. And did you drive, James?
Oh, yeah.
How long did it take you?
3 hours, 3.5 hours.
That's not bad. You mean you've been this close the whole time? You've never been here?
Well, I've just been right over the state line.
Uh-huh.
Right there in Bossier City, Shreveport.
And never come over here. Yeah, whatever.
Priorities, man. Come
and
on.
Rusty, how long did it take?
Hey,
You look. By the way, you look a lot.
getting time off work.
You look a lot more rested today.
I am.
You feel better?
Yeah. Where's the liquor?
It's right behind me. It's
okay.
It's all right back here.
I love it. The first question. Hey, how you doing?
Where's the
the
liquor?
alcohol?
Yeah, let's cut right through the crap and just get right to the point.
Is that pickle vodka still here?
Yes.
Where is it?
I think it's out here on Chef's desk.
Pickle vodka?
Yes.
Is that
It's
like-
actually, I thought it may be tequila, but I don't know. I'll see if I can find
It's
it.
either pickle vodka or pickle tequila. One of the two. Either way, it works.
There's alcohol in it. That's all that matters.
So I was going to say, there's alcohol in it.
You should have seen when Matt gave Lori a shot of it.
Did her clothes fall off? Hello.
Your ratings just went up.
No kidding, right? The class factor in the room just went up 100 times. What's that?
That's a dill pickle vodka Ron just handed me.
See? Well, you
There
wanted
it
it.
is. You wanted it, didn't you?
You wanted to know where the alcohol was. Now you know.
You got a shot glass? Take a drink.
No, I don't.
Here's the so Alex Trebek was just talking about his cancer diagnosis. I didn't know this. His wife has a website called Inside Wink, and it's about people sharing the best side of people, which is ironic since the jackholes are here. But there are a lot of first impressions and second chances. And for whatever reason, I was drawn to this article. The header is what Boba taught me about forgiveness. Life is full of firsts. The first time I drove a car was a monumental day in my life. First time I went to a job interview was traumatizing and exciting. First time I tried surfing, an absolute disaster. For better or for worse, our first times can influence the way we approach things for the rest of our lives. I'm reminded of the first time I tried boba. That's a milk tea. I've never had it. Milk tea. It's very popular in Los Angeles. I had heard about the trendy tea for some time, was very curious as to what the hype was all about. Had a lot of friends tell me it was great, but part of me was skeptical. Finally tried it for myself the first time. I walked confidently up to the food truck, ordered it, and it was disgusting. She said I could barely take a second drink. A couple of years later, I decided to give it another chance. This time I ordered a flavor I knew I'd like, and I ordered it in slushy form. She says it was delicious. My life was changed. My entire family now goes on these outings regularly. The reason I tell the story is because if I had not given Boba a second chance, I would have missed out on something terrific. I would have missed out on something that now brings my family together. But in order to give that second chance, I had to erase my memory of the first time I'd had Boba. If I hadn't, I could have let that bad memory prevent me from trying something that I've come to love. And it's about first impressions. It's the whole first impression, and you never get the second chance. But it's also about forgiveness. And it's about how many times that we have we hold things back in life that are not as big as we think they are. Maybe your misgivings are as shallow as my temporary grudge against milk tea. It takes a decent amount of humility to be able to step back from bad experiences we may have had and give things a second chance. It's maybe especially hard when it comes to giving people a second chance. When people ignore us, speak badly about us, or just generally hurt our feelings, the easiest thing to do in return is to cut the person out of our lives and wallow in our own self-pity. But what does that do? It doesn't make us feel better, does it? It's the hate thing. Hate doesn't hurt them, it hurts you. They can't.
Well, depends on if you actually hate them or you come out or not.
That's true. But you know what I'm saying, James? It's giving people second chances. People that have hurt you, people who have done things to you, people that the world could use more of this, especially now.
If they're truly trying to make good, anybody could get a second chance, but they have to really be repentful and prove that they want to earn that second chance. From it.
But you don't know if they're being repentant if you cut them out of your life off the first right out of the gate, right?
Yeah.
You never give them the chance.
And there's some people that don't even want a second chance.
That's true too. But if people do want the second chance, if people, and the point I'm trying to make is that it's sometimes we tend to focus on all the bad stuff, and that's the whole thing with the Attorney General and the testimony on Capitol Hill and everything that's going on in this country. We had Louis Gohmert on the show on Thursday. It was a week ago. And the question was, how do we come back from this brink? How do we come back? How do we mend the country? And is there a way to do it?
I think, I don't know how long ago it was, Doc had mentioned that, I think at one point he said deep down, I think both sides, they do want to change the country.
Mm-hmm.
They want good things for everybody. It's just the way they want to go about doing it.
Right. Well, the problem is even the people who are wrong believe that they're right.
Right.
That's the biggest issue. I got this email from Chris. It said, Ron, the MoJo crew. Actually, it came addressed to Ron, which is unusual. About a year ago, I listened to a Doc podcast. In it, he discussed running and a sugar detox. I was inspired by Doc to do a sugar detox and to start my lifestyle change. From there, I've lost 60 pounds and just run my first marathon at 3 hours and 25 minutes. I've run several other races this year entirely already. I'm signed up to run the Chicago Marathon, my first ultra marathon later this year. I'm a Christian, a husband, a father, a cop, and will be a lifelong listener to your platform. I've listened to Doc for over 5 years. He's been and will be an influence in my life. I love what y'all are doing over there. I love that it's fun and more than just politics. While Doc is no longer here with us, I can't imagine how proud he is of what you're all doing. Thanks again, Chris. Which again, I wanted to bring that up because that's really what MoJoCon is all about. And that's what all of this is all about. We have a lot of fun, but the fact that all y'all are here, I mean, that's a big deal. I have never seen a group of people like this ever.
Name me one studio or one radio host that has his own fan con.
I can't.
I know of.
I've never seen this. And I've been in radio and television a long time, decades. I've just never seen a group of people like the Jackholes.
Most places, I'll try to do live remotes and set up somewhere, and they'll be sitting there on there begging people to come by.
Oh, I've been there. I've been the guy sitting in front of Kroger, waiting. Come on by. We got a free T-shirt. Come on by. And yeah, you get one or two people. I've just never seen this, and it's just so cool to see you guys all here this weekend. Yes. I mean, it's just really, really cool. And the fact that you've come from all over the country is just stunning to me.
Yeah. Well, the fact that you've put your lives on hold for these 3 days to be with us, we couldn't be any more honored.
Or is it on hold? This is part of what life is.
This is part of the life.
This is part of what life is because, life is what happens when you're busy making plans.
Well, there is that.
And the fact that, this is an experience. You only get so many days here on the planet. And you don't know when those are going away, so you better grab a hold of whatever it is you want to do, and do it. And I've been thinking a lot about that lately. So it's just
Leprechaun's going to cite you for not belling that. Grab a hold of whatever. Yeah, there you go.
Well, and honestly, I will tell you why I've gotten sloppy in the past couple of days because Lori D's been here and she's been
in charge of the bell.
She's been minding the bell, so I haven't had to worry about it. She called this morning
and said, "Yeah, I had to be dropped off downtown because I forgot where I parked my car. I'll see y'all in a little while."
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you get her home last night?
As far as I know, I sent her off with a Lyft driver, so I was hoping that nothing bad happened.
Well.
But once he drove off, it was his problem, not mine.
She texted. That's all that matters. So she's still alive. 3 easy lessons to becoming a patriot. That's the article I got this from. The term patriot, one who unselfishly promotes the well-being of his country, was rare in the English language before 1680. At the time, it was used especially to designate one who supported the rights of his country against the king or his court. A patriot was thus often a dissenter, one who thought critically and expressed opposition to government, not necessarily one who offered uncritical devotion. I thought that was kind of cool because that's what Patriot Mobile's all about. See what I did there? See what I did there? Do you see, huh?
All comes together.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. Patriot Mobile, really the world's only conservative cell phone company, as far as we're concerned. If you have a Patriot Mobile cell phone account, not only are you... It's kind of your version or the easy way to protest. It's the lazy man's way to support conservatarian causes. If you go to patriotmobile.com, they have the way that they've named their data plans is cool. This is something new. Allegiance, Constitution, Liberty, and Independence are the 4 different plans you can get. Plus, there's the freedom of speech, and then the data only plan. So you got Allegiance, Constitution, Liberty, Independence, freedom of speech, and data only. Go to patriotmobile.com. You can click to see what the coverage is like in your area. You can bring your own phone with you, your own phone number. You can get a new one. You can get a brand new identity. You can shop plans, shop phones, and right there from the front page. And when they ask you for a promo code, just use MoJo. I don't know if you'll get the free puppy, but you'll certainly get a deal on a cell phone. Where was I? And this is actually for Ron because the Navy says that they are now going to investigate and catalog reports of UFOs. This is really kind of an Odyssey.
Have they not been doing that?
Well, this is more of an Odyssey 1 minute. This is an Odyssey 1 update. They've been doing this, but now what they're going to do, the service doesn't expect to make the information public, citing privileged and classified reporting typically included in such files.
Then what's the damn point?
Why? Yeah, that was my question. Why have they decided just now to come out with this? Spokesperson for the Deputy Chief of Naval Operations for Information Warfare said in a statement, the Navy expects to keep the information it gathers private for a number of reasons. So they've now said they're going to investigate UFOs, investigate UFO sightings, but they're not going to tell you about them. Military aviation safety organizations always retain reporting of hazards to aviation as privileged information. So what they're saying is that UFOs could be a danger to their planes, so they're not going to tell anybody about them.
That sucks because if I'm flying a plane, how is that not information that I need also?
Exactly. Furthermore, any report generated as a result of the investigations will by necessity include classified information on military operations. Therefore, no release of information to the general public is expected. So the Navy is going they're going to investigate UFOs. They and by the way, they just revealed in 2017 that the Pentagon ran a secret UFO office that spent $22 million over 5 years to collect and analyze anomalous aerospace threats, aka UFOs. Funding for the office was known as Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or ATIP. It officially ended in 2012, though operations continued. So it officially ended in 2012, but it didn't end in 2012 is what they're saying.
Right.
Yeah. Reports of curious sightings from military aircraft aren't new. During World War II, the military pilots witnessed the Foo Fighters. Remember the balls of...
I do, the little balls of fire.
Mm-hmm. You ever seen those?
Nope.
Never seen little balls of fire?
Goodness gracious.
Thank you. A number of government investigations looked into the phenomena in the post-war period. They never did figure out what Foo Fighters were. Aside from a good band.
Very good band.
See what I did there? See what I did there. And there is a cruise ship that has been quarantined off the... Don't try to be quiet. Leave the door open. A cruise ship in the Caribbean has been quarantined after a case of measles was confirmed on board. The ship was quarantined off the island of St. Lucia. The nation's chief medical officer, Dr. Merlene Frederick James, said on Tuesday authorities learned of the case of the measles aboard the ship from 2 reputable sources early Tuesday. Passengers and crew have since been asked to remain on the ship so as not to risk infecting others. Would that suck or what? You go on a cruise and somebody pees in the pool.
Doesn't everybody?
You're supposed to do that in the backyard, not in the pool, technically.
There's an easy solution to that, though.
What's that?
You just throw them overboard. Problem solved.
Or is it? Yeah. Because once measles gets in the water, aren't you just asking for problems?
It's a lot of water, though.
It is.
I mean, you might risk, sharks getting infected or something. But
do you want friggin' sharks with... Sorry. Hold on a minute.
Sorry.
Top again. I've just got time for one more round.
That worked out well, didn't it?
Yeah.
The fact that you're drinking this early in the morning.
Timing.
It really was. Yeah.
Energy drink.
Yeah.
That's what they all say, Rusty.
Yeah. There's nothing like a Bud Light for an energy drink right there. Have 6 of them. Let's see. The infected person reportedly is a crew member, but the ship is apparently carrying nearly 300 people. Boy, that's going to be a party. We thought that it prudent that we quarantine the ship. So if you are on the ship and listening to the program, sorry. And I asked Ron about this morning. No one else, I don't know what happened to this technology. Did you get the thing I texted you?
Oh, yeah, when it turns any carbon.
Anything into oil.
I hadn't seen that before.
I'm telling you, this was in Discover Magazine some time ago. It was in, I think they did, it's in Philadelphia. I thought it was in Arkansas. Each day, 200 tons of basically turkey waste, body parts and pieces, will be carted off to be transformed into various useful products, including 600 barrels of light oil. In an industrial park in Philly, there sits a new machine that can change almost anything into oil. It's a solution to 3 of the biggest problems facing mankind. The company is called Changing World Technologies. They built the plant, and they just completed its first industrialized installation in Missouri. So I guess the company's based in Philly, but they built it in Missouri. Process deals with the world's waste. Basically, you can throw anything that is carbon-based into this machine, and out the other end comes oil. How cool is that?
Don't tell AOC.
No kidding. You know when this article came out? 2003.
Wow.
16 years ago. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
No. That's what's stunning to me. The company still exists. It's called Changing World Technologies. They license they'll license the technology. They have all kinds of information on their website, Changing World Technologies. It was founded in 1997. They're committed to addressing, they say, the problems of in the areas of energy and the environment. They bring together the best technical and scientific expertise, and the machines that they make can turn stuff into oil. Why was this not part of all of the programs where we were saving Solyndra back in the day? Why were they not working on this? Anybody?
I got nothing. Where's the alcohol?
Did one of the oil companies buy up part of the rights to the company or something like that?
Well, then we go down there's a carburetor out there that'll get 600 miles to the gallon on any car, and an oil company bought it up and put it on the shelf.
Well, don't forget the car that runs off of water.
Right.
Yeah.
Which there was actually one of the auto manufacturers that ran a commercial for a while. When you're ready, we've got it for the hydrogen car.
So you remember something like that? Okay. I remember a lot of those things. What were you about to say?
The whole running on water thing.
That's somebody's phone. Like, what is that noise?
The whole running, that was weird.
That was
the whole
weird.
running on water thing.
I was like, who turned on a machine?
I know. I thought
something about that scared me. You should have heard it in here.
I bet it sounded
There was
weird.
water. They did water injection in the early to mid 70s to raise the compression ratio. It was supposed to make things more fuel efficient, lower the temperature in the cylinder.
When was that?
It didn't work, but
when was that? In the 70s?
Yeah, in the 70s.
Injecting water into the
cylinders, into the.
Really?
Yes.
I'd never heard of that.
Yeah, spraying it. They're doing a similar thing now, injecting like methanol, methylene.
Into
the
mixing it with
cylinders.
gas?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had not heard that. It was supposed to make it run cleaner?
Yeah.
And it just didn't, the technology just disappeared?
Yeah.
Huh. So the government really is out to get us, is what you're saying?
I don't know if it was the government. It was probably the automakers.
Uh-huh. See? Just because we don't know about it
But
doesn't...
it wasn't that it ran purely on water. It was that they were using water with it. But
Uh-huh. I'm telling you, it's like the desalinization plants that they have there. I think there's one in Israel. There's one in, is it Curacao? Aruba? One of those places that's where they make Amstel Light beer. They take salt water and run it through the machine. It takes the salt out, and they make, I know, Amstel Light, at least one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Why we can't do that? Why that technology hasn't been invested in more?
Mm-hmm.
And brought to use more in the general public is beyond me. In Juneau, Alaska, media reports there said a guy got on tried to get through security with moose nuggets. My first question was, what are moose nuggets?
I can think of two different options for that one.
Which are your options?
Something the moose leaves on the ground, and something you do
Ding,
not
ding,
want to
ding.
grab off the moose.
Ding, 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 ding. That's the, it's moose droppings. I did not know that that's what moose nuggets were. TSA spokesman Lisa Farbstein said the discovery didn't warrant the writing of a report. The man was sent on his way with the moose poop, and apparently he was later seen on Capitol Hill passing out baggies of moose nuggets the same day as the protest against the governor's proposed budget that very same day. So apparently he was taking the moose poop to Juneau to give to people.
See? You mean you never heard about the lady that actually made little figurines out of moose poop?
No. Why don't we have one here in the studio? Why? That's a suspicious package Friday.
It was an article a while back. I was reading about this lady that was going through. She'd go out and find moose poop on the ground, all kinds of sizes, and then she'd make little figurines and little scenes.
That's odd. That's what we do with Ron's. That's very strange. We just wait until Ron goes in there.
They have what do they have, like really long necks?
Yeah, well, we made that face right there, that human head out of it. Pretty interesting, huh? The nose especially. Did y'all, by the way, Mom's Day, y'all was getting anything for your moms or wives or?
Well, since my mom's probably listening, yes, I've got something already.
You should take her to the Le Parker Meridian Restaurant in New York. Get her an omelet.
Yeah, then she'd have to fly, and she's not a good flyer.
No, this is a good omelet, though. It's only $1,000. You could have one, too. It's made with 10 ounces of Savruga caviar, a whole lobster, and 6 eggs. It's $1,000 at Le Parker Meridian Restaurant in New York. Or you can just go to MoJo Wild Rice, and for, what, $46.75. That's a lot cheaper than the omelet. And if you use promo code MOM10 at MoJo Wild Rice, you'll get 10% off, which equals almost $5. And the sampler pack, we have one right there. James, grab that. What's in this thing?
You gonna ask me to do this, and I got the fan up here blowing.
Yeah, that's all right.
Let's see. Got some whipped hazelnut honey spread.
Mm-hmm.
You've got, of course, got the pancake waffle muffin mix. You've got some wonderful maple syrup. You've got, what is that? Trying to read that. A pure soy candle, and you got something with a label turned I can't see. A whole bunch of good-looking products.
That's the secret ingredient. Just remember, Mom, don't eat the soy candle. Go to MoJoWildRice.com, and you can find it right there. And remember to use promo code MOM10, and you can get your mom something nice, or take her to New York and get the omelet. All right, so Lori D could not stand the fact that she wasn't here in the studio to speak, so she's on the phone to talk. That's just so weird.
Shut up. Where the hell is the bell? This is MoJoCon, and you are so bell deficient.
Boys,
Pick it up and ring it. I'm going to get there in a few minutes and smack your faces.
I just explained the fact that I've been spoiled because you were here for the past 3 days and I didn't have to worry about it. And now you're not here. And so, I
have cowbells with me, and I've been ring-a-dinging them here by myself, packing up to go pick up Steven. And damn it, boys, ring your bell. Ring it. It's MoJoCon.
It takes a while. You know how it is. It takes a while. They come in, they sit down, and they just, it takes a while to get comfortable in here, doesn't it?
It's not getting comfortable. It's mesmerized by your words, the way you just craft the words and spin everything together. And it's just, wow.
I mean, we haven't had a whole week to get used to it.
It's getting thick in here.
I did find my car. I found my car, and I found the way back to the hotel. So
that's always good news.
Thank you, boys, for taking care of me yesterday. So
What's
I'll see you in a little bit.
By the way, Lori, what's the last thing you remember from last night?
The end of Endgame again. And then, introducing myself to the Lyft driver about 4 times in 5 minutes.
So you don't remember that thing that happened right after that, right?
I woke up alone, so it doesn't really matter.
No, it's not that. I mean, the thing between the Lyft driver and waking up alone. You don't remember that? The big thing that...
Ring the damn bell. Ring it.
We'll tell you about it when you get here. You were entertaining. All right, be safe. See, she's going to try to figure out what it was. Zippy the Jackhole Monkey on Twitter. Your car can run on water. Hydrogen fuel cells run on deionized water, making it expensive. Your car already runs on hydrogen, just in a cheap and easy to produce hydrocarbon that comes out of the ground. Thank you. Here's the thing, though. The day that we can actually just hook up the garden hose to the car and fill it up that way, yeah, that's the day I'm looking for. DMXDM Ron's Poop Art will soon be a part of the MoJo50.com shop. What do you mean soon? Have you not looked lately? You need to get on there. Buy yourself some poop art from Ron. All right, this is MoJoCon week here at Mojo50, and your Daily Mojo continues next.
This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. Mojo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The chairman of the House Judiciary Committee warns he could hold William Barr in contempt because the Attorney General refuses to testify at today's hearing on the Mueller report.
The Department of Justice spokesperson saying that Barr won't appear before the House Judiciary Committee after Democrats voted to allow committee lawyers to take part of the questioning. That's been an ongoing point of contention between Democrats on the committee and the Attorney General, Chairman Jerry Nadler.
Committee staff questioning has long been an important, if underutilized, aspect of congressional oversight that is in complete accordance with House rules and past precedent.
Republicans on the committee have accused Democrats of staging a theatrical stunt.
Capitol Hill correspondent Wally Hines. Yesterday, the Attorney General spent much of the day being grilled by the Senate Judiciary Committee. 21-year-old Riley Howell being remembered as a hero on the campus of the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. He charged and tackled the gunman who would kill him and another student in a classroom. Howell knocked the assailant down, buying enough time for police to capture the shooter. David Belknap, one of Riley Howell's classmates.
Knowing Riley and his character, it did not come as a surprise to me. That seems very much like something he would do, and I want that to be his legacy.
Last night, thousands turned out for a campus vigil to remember the shooting victims. Love one another, that's the theme of today's National Day of Prayer, an event President Ronnie Floyd hopes that a divided nation will take heed.
It's one thing differing with one another. It's a whole different thing to differ and respect one another. And there's not a lot of respect today going on for each other.
Later today, President Trump and the First Lady will take part in a National Day of Prayer service at the White House. On Wall Street this morning, Dow futures are up 37 points. NASDAQ futures 21 points higher. S&P futures up 4 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
If you're tired of being fat, that's the simplest way I can put it, try Riduzone. It's not magic, it's science. It's a simple way to help keep yourself from overeating. Go to Riduzone, that's riduzone.com.
Ladies, some of you sickos willingly accept that with the big doe eyes that you don't even need from a Snapchat filter and just look up at R. Kelly and say, give me your best.
Lorenzo Vizzo. United 7. MoJo 50.
Got an old car? You can donate it, whether it's running or not, to the United Breast Cancer Foundation and save a life. They'll even come and pick it up for free. The United Breast Cancer Foundation has saved hundreds of women's lives through their free or low-cost breast screen exams. But now they need your help. The United Breast Cancer Foundation wants to save more lives through early detection by offering women free or low-cost breast screening exams. And donating your old car, SUV, or truck, whether it's running or not, helps pay for them. Plus, you get a charitable tax deduction. Help the United Breast Cancer Foundation save lives by donating your old car, SUV, or truck. Call now for free pickup. 800-245-0823. 800-245-0823. 800-245-0823. Call right now. That number again is 800-245-0823.
If we weren't so bad.
To puppy rape.
I like to cuss.
Do I want to keep my penis?
Cat wants some black titties.
We wouldn't be so good. MoJo 50. The mothership has landed.
Wow, this is what's called a full house.
Yep.
In poker and in radio.
Absolutely.
I feel that this is not the full house.
No, this is.
By the time it's all said and done, we're going to be like pretty much filled to the brim. Everyone around us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all going to be really, really close. Larky's still here. James, Louisiana's here. Or excuse me, James in Texas, still here. I was close. And how did you land this one over here on the couch? I mean, you married way above yourself.
See, that's the thing. I didn't land her.
She landed you.
She came after me.
She looks,
really?
She looks smarter than that. That's weird.
I don't know either, but she sees something.
Man, you should go to Vegas because.
Yeah, man, you need to put some serious money down.
You are a lucky guy. I don't know, just saying. Up in, hi, Brandon.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? Doing okay?
I'm good. I thought of you when I read this this morning in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Student pranksters at MIT. Decked out the dome. Hey, Ron, can we take this full screen? They decked out the dome of the campus there with, hey, Ron. Yo, Ron.
Rondolph.
He's busy doing something else, apparently. Anyway, they decked out the dome of, maybe will you run in there and just tell Ron to take this full screen? Thank you. See? Wow, she takes direction really well.
I like having a runner.
Whoa.
Don't you?
Wow.
I like having a runner.
No kidding.
But does it work at home?
Right, yeah. That's the thing. Check out the dome of
that's my boy
at MIT. Isn't that nice?
That's awesome.
Yeah, they did that in honor of the departure of Captain America. Oh God, I ruined it.
Thanks, asshat.
Brandon.
Wow.
No, everyone knew it.
I haven't seen it yet.
His contract's up. He said he was leaving.
Wow. You know what? Wait until there's a movie out with that you want to see. I am going to see it, and we're going to sit here.
That wasn't a spoiler.
Yes, it was.
He's been saying in interviews nonstop that his contract's up. He wants to go work on something else.
We'll just
you know what I think
what?
he's going to go toward now?
We'll just let the.
You know what I think's going to happen? Yeah.
Go
Human
ahead.
Torch. He's going to pick back up as Human Torch. That's right.
No, let's just see what Twitter says. Was that a spoiler that Brandon just leaked out there, or not?
You, Brandon.
Right?
How is it my fault?
Because you just said it.
MoJo Jedi just said, Brandon, no!
No, you guys! No.
No.
This is not my fault. Chris Evans has been saying for the longest time.
But
now
I didn't know
he's
that.
done.
I haven't seen
He's
those
been
interviews.
saying in interviews nonstop.
I haven't watched the interviews.
Then you need to watch interviews.
That's like saying you should go see the movie.
You should. How does that equate to a movie?
Ron.
How does it equate to a movie?
Ron, was that a spoiler?
What?
You didn't hear.
I'm working over here, dude.
Wow.
What's the spoiler?
Now you see what I have to deal with every damn day of the year.
I'm going to try to save Brandon here. To be fair, he didn't say what happened to him. He just said it was departure from the movie universe. It didn't say what happened. I mean, a lot of the characters aren't going to be in future movies, probably.
Of course,
this is the end of
because Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans both contracted out. They're done. They said so. Unless they
those are called negotiation tactics.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Well, there's still cameo possibilities for flashbacks.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's what you do. Is you say, I'm not doing it anymore, and then the studio comes back. Please.
My single wish for Chris Evans is that he comes back and keeps doing those Captain America PSAs.
That would be
great. Hysterical.
By the
way, love that.
This was the day in 2008. On this very day, Iron Man was released.
Oh wow!
It brought in how much on the first day? Anybody? Bueller?
I'm going to assume 450 million.
On the first day, brought in 32 million.
I was just off.
It's 11 years ago. It's been a long time.
See, you know how good of a movie it is now.
Yeah,
right.
If it had everything going, but that was the start.
Oh, I smell a re-release, like an updated
no,
re-release.
That's just Ron.
They're gonna
hold on, hang on.
They're gonna redo all the special effects and whatnot.
They'll digitally remaster.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna add.
But it was digital, and it doesn't matter. They'll digitally remaster it.
They're gonna add monsters in the background. And everything. And
yep, it'll be brand new.
Yep,
we need to move that, don't we?
We really do. One day I'm just gonna, and then we'll. No one to blame but yourself.
Thank you, James. Thank you very much. Because
you know what we need is a dedicated bell person.
Yes, I know.
Just someone to stand with the horn and the bell.
That was always, I had the job when I sat over there, so technically it's kind of your job.
But I'm not a.
You're not as good at it.
I don't register the.
I know you don't get it.
The dirty jokes
right,
as well as everyone else.
No, it's you're just a bell deficient. It's all right.
You know what?
Have you ever been glamping?
At least I'm pretty.
You are a glamper, aren't you?
A glamper?
You're a glamper.
A camper who goes out and
yes. Have you ever
like a Marfa?
What's a Marfa? Anybody?
I got no clue.
Seriously?
$20.
Thank you. Wow. No, glamping is what is a Marfa?
So Marfa is a place in Texas you can go
to.
Marfa, and it's like out in the middle.
Lights.
Right, and they have this cool little camp set up where you can actually be in a yurt or a giant teepee.
You meant in Marfa. I thought you meant you are a Marfa. No, glamping is when
you're a Marfa,
right? Glamping is basically camping, but you've got all the creature comforts of home.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you'd have a cat cooler while you're glamping or not.
I think that no matter if you're glamping or not, you should have a cat cooler, Brad.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide. I mean, I guess you're right, because really cat coolers are for the rugged. They
really are. Yeah.
I mean, you can beat the crap out of these things. You can stand on them, sit on them. Although this probably don't recommend it, but you know what? I've done it.
There's unconfirmed reports that construction crews are actually attaching them to chains and big tractors and then swinging them against walls.
Yeah.
The walls collapse.
See?
Unconfirmed report. And then they open it up and they have a beer. Yeah.
See?
We got a tweet.
I hate it. What's it say?
Jackhole Drake 1371, one of our listeners on deployment, says, I hate you now. I still can't see it. I'm deployed.
So, yes, that was a spoiler.
No, it was not a spoiler. How is it a spoiler?
Because you said what was going to happen in the movie.
No, I didn't. I said that Chris Evans made a departure. He actually said that was going to happen before the movie started.
You didn't say that.
So y'all can be salty. But I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
Rule number 3. That's it. You don't know what rule number 3 is, do you? Nope. So go to catcoolers.com and you'll find out what can literally knock down your walls, or more appropriately, keep your drinks cold for days at a time, because the ice will last for, I'm not going to say forever, but very close to it. For a very, very long time. Catcoolers.com, if you use promo code Brandon, you get 10% off. If you use promo code SPOILER, you might get more than 10% off.
You might get one little salty co-host. This is Marfa. You guys can, but it's like tents and yurts and like these little trailers.
Yeah, I've been to Marfa. I've never seen that. I actually ran through the desert one night just to see if I could get to the lights.
Naked, yeah.
I had cowboy boots on.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It is, really. I'm just telling you. You think you don't know you're Superman until you've a little hookers and blow, and man, you are in. Catcoolers.com and use promo code Brandon for 10% off. All right. It's time for headlines. Let's see if Ron remembers that. Here he is. Oh, he's busy in there. I know.
We've scoured news platforms and agencies around the globe for today's most profound news headlines. Presenting them now, here's Brad Staggs.
Only nay! Nay, I say to you. It is thee. Or I. Whoever. Oh, 5 headlines I've got in my pocket. One of them does not fit in the truth socket.
Yeah, it's more of a, I agree. There's a bill.
Look at him showing off to you guys. He's like being mean and stuff. He's usually way nicer than this.
I'm not
You're
being
the one
mean.
talking about what you got in your pocket.
Right.
Hey.
I'm just sitting here.
People love hearing what's in my pocket.
Is it peas?
Huh?
Is it peas?
Starts with P. Sorry, Mom. All right, one of these headlines is not true out of 5 that I'm going to read. You have to decide which one is not real. Don't cheat. Here we go. First one, elderly couple signs for 20 kilograms of drugs in wrongly delivered parcel.
Why doesn't that ever happen to me?
I know, right?
Why? It's like the boxes of cocaine that wash up on the shore in Florida, and I'm never there.
Maybe we just need to, like, go to Florida and wait.
Not that I'd know what to do with a box full of cocaine.
An elderly Melbourne couple. Oh, it's in Melbourne.
Oh.
Was unwittingly. Maybe we should go to Melbourne.
No kidding.
Unwittingly because.
Florida, wait a minute. Florida or Australia?
I'm going to guess Australia.
There's a Melbourne, Florida.
Yep, it's Australia.
Okay.
Receiving a huge haul of drugs after mistakenly signing for a parcel containing $10 million worth of methamphetamines. What's the Australian equivalent of dollars?
Quid?
Is it quid?
Is it
I thought
quid?
that was British.
No, that's pounds. I think it's quid.
Look that up.
I think it's quid.
The couple received an unexpected surprise when a package containing bags of white powder was incorrectly delivered to their home near Werribee in the city's west. Police allege the bags contained around 20 kilograms of methamphetamine, known by the street name as meth or ice.
Australian. In Australia, a dollar is an Australian dollar.
Oh, really? It's just a dollar?
Yeah, it's just a dollar. So I don't know what the hell a quid is.
Exchange rate must be awesome.
Right.
The pair called the police shortly after making the discovery.
What's a quid?
$20 same as
Thank you. Now we got the rhythm going. Good deal.
I like the fact that you're like training them.
I know. It's like I'm just gonna get them walk out. Let y'all take care of it because.
Yeah, y'all want to do the show?
I can go take a nap.
Might not be as entertaining.
Probably not.
You'd be just as entertaining.
Yeah, I think you guys should be fine.
This is
woman develops not reaching pouch to save black lives during traffic stops.
Say that again?
Yeah, I'm going to say woman develops not reaching pouch to save black lives during traffic stops.
So you shove your hands into a pouch so you're not reaching for something?
Yeah.
Like a fanny pack?
Just like that. It's just. Jackie Carter was at home in Pennsylvania celebrating her son's 30th birthday when she heard the news that a Minnesota man, 32-year-old Philando Castile, had been shot and killed by a police officer. Castile was driving with his girlfriend and her child when he was pulled over by Officer Geronimo Yanez. Yanez claimed to see Castile reaching for his gun and fired several shots. Yanez would later testify in court that, quote, he had no choice, and that, quote, thought he was going to die. Moments after shooting Castile can be heard saying he, quote, wasn't reaching for his gun. Carter, who doesn't know Castile, remembered thinking to herself, someone has got to come up with a solution.
That's got to be weirder on the station, though. I'm just thinking about Geronimo's partner. Because every time he's looking for him, what's he yelling?
$20 same as downtown.
Geronimo! Wow. Am I really that far ahead of you guys this morning? I mean, have I had that many more good drugs than you?
I haven't had any coffee.
There's coffee in the kitchen.
Oh, that's not a break.
Whatever. All right.
Hey, you be nice to our guests.
Jeez,
From her perspective,
disappointing. I'm just disappointed. That's all.
From her perspective, Carter says the critical moment during the traffic stop was when Castile reached for his license. That gave her the idea to create a small, clear identification pouch that can be attached to the driver's side air vent of the vehicle. She thought that would keep young men from reaching around their cars while looking for license and registration documentation and setting off potentially dangerous interactions with the police. She calls the pouch, quote, not reaching.
So this is only for young black men? Is that what the inference is?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, see, I have a question.
Wow.
Aren't you supposed to put your hands on the steering wheel and
10 and
wait
2 and
until
wait.
they ask you before you put your hands in your pocket?
Right. The problem is that like their whole entire thing now is, oh, even when we do that and we just do exactly what we're asked to do, we get shot. And they back that up with like a couple of instances where an officer did wrongfully shoot somebody. You know, like that kid who was crawling down that hallway, you know, and he was trying to do everything that he was being asked, and then they shot him anyway.
I didn't hear that story.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was one of the stories that really made me mad because like my dad's a police officer, retired police officer. I grew up around police officers. So I am obviously going to be very...
It's the only reason he's not in jail.
That might actually be true. But, you know, so I have an affinity for police officers, so it makes me very, very angry whenever I come across bad ones. I don't like bad police officers. And that was one of those moments where I was like, ugh.
I love bad cops. Just remember that at Christmas time.
He has some very interesting proclivities when it comes to the bedroom. I'm more fearful for my son in a car than he was while serving in Afghanistan, Carter tells NBC Black. Since its launch 3 years ago, the pouch has sold more than 1,000 units. And Carter says she has given the product away just as many drivers around her community.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not a horrible idea.
No.
But, yeah.
It's just, here, it's for black men.
It's for black people.
Here's a pouch for black men.
Holy crap!
Mm-hmm.
Why would someone pay $200 for Derby winner's poo? Yeah.
Make art?
Huh?
Make art?
Well, I mean, modern art, yeah. Actually, that has actually, yeah. Yeah. In Kentucky, quote, meadow muffins are pretty much a dime a dozen. They call them meadow muffins. I like
Not
that.
to be confused with moose nuggets.
Yeah. So it takes something special to make one worth $200. What is it made of? Silver or something? Close. It's made from Kentucky Derby winner Silver Charm.
Corn? I didn't know horses ate corn.
It's... Is that a hint of kale? And it's available online from the wacky dudes at Kentucky for Kentucky. They went on sale on May 1st. Introducing Derby Turds, the first.
This is actually genius. If it's not real, it should be.
Dixieland Preserves line of Bizarro Southern Resin encapsulations by Kentucky artist Coleman Larkin. Oh, you were right
Any
about the artist
relation?
thing.
Any relation?
No, but you guys are missing an opportunity here with Ron. You realize that. Enter him in some sort of like the Boston Marathon or something and try to
Right.
train him to win. And when he wins, then you guys can sell off his poo.
And we wouldn't have to run very far because he wouldn't make it past the first half mile.
Brother, I was already taking notes. I figured out I could be rich.
Scrub that last part of the show.
Unlimited supply of material.
How do you think this station stays afloat? In 1997, Derby winner, who was retired from stud duty, lives now at Old Friends Farm in Georgetown. And sales of the poo will benefit the Thoroughbred Retirement Facility. Supplies, at least the preserved version, are limited. You can. So that's the key right there. There's only so many to go around. There's only so much of Ron's poo that we can give away, y'all. We're gonna run out.
But that's a pretty decent supply.
Looks like we might have lost the feed.
We lost the feed?
Oh, the jackals over on MeWe are saying somebody kicked a cord, radio went dead, theirs is down too.
Wow, or maybe we just crashed it all. No,
MoJo players
still we're going out.
Huh.
Well, maybe they need to reboot their phones.
There you go.
Yeah.
My heart's up.
Is it? Okay, good. Oh, man. All right. Here's the next one. Kentucky court forced to rule in favor of a real estate company against a woman claiming she found a portal to hell.
In Kentucky, that doesn't surprise me.
A court in Kentucky has recently ruled that existence of a portal to hell on a property does not entitle the purchaser to a refund of their deposit if they chose to terminate the deal. One Lucy Prescott of Barbermead, Kentucky.
Went to high school with her.
Yeah. Lovely lady.
Uh-huh. Except for that one
amazing
thing.
singing voice. Attempted to win back her deposit on a home she had decided to move into. But then, for what was then an unknown reason, tried to back out of the deal. Prescott attempted to take the case to court. It was revealed then that Prescott said that she discovered, quote, a portal to hell in the home's foundations. Prescott claimed that she was a spiritual psychic and told the court that she discovered the ethereal fissure after a closer inspection of the home. Upon discovery of the portal, Prescott demanded her deposit back, declaring that the realtor never disclosed the portal existed.
I've seen the documentary Poltergeist. I wouldn't want to buy the house.
This is amazing.
I mean, it all falls into the hole at the end. Shoot, spoiler.
Spoiler.
Thank you.
Judge Sandra McValen took little time in ruling in favor of the unnamed realty company after the company made it clear that they had no way of detecting a portal to hell.
No way of detecting
a portal to hell.
I mean, it's pretty simple. You just look down. If you see the little guy with horns and the pitchfork looking back up, you got your portal.
How's it going?
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty simple.
You have a new roommate?
Is that the way the devil sounds?
I assume so.
I thought the devil was more.
Come on in.
No, that's just...
I'll just take your soul at the door. Leave it right there.
No, that's what your daddy sounds like. And when I say your daddy...
My dad's dead.
No, I mean like your daddy.
No, my dad's dead. He doesn't sound like that.
No, your daddy.
So I thought Satan sounded like ex-wives.
What's that?
I thought Satan sounded like ex-wives.
Yeah, I mean, he takes multiple forms, I guess, yeah.
See, if there wasn't a wife in here, we could do a wife joke, but there's a wife in here.
Oh, you can do a wife joke.
You have her that joke? Are you kidding me? She does what you tell her. She doesn't get upset about that, and she married you? Damn.
I'm blessed.
Hashtag blessed, bro.
She's on. You've cast a spell on her.
Or you're just buttering her up.
You have cast a spell on her.
Are you rich?
No.
Must be.
No.
Gravy-covered computer leads to Des Moines, Iowa man's child porn arrest.
A what?
A Des Moines man's child porn arrest.
So what was the first thing? A gravy computer?
Gravy-covered computer.
That's not gravy.
Wow. I was getting there. Court documents show a Des Moines man accused of possessing child porn was caught after he spilled gravy on his laptop and needed help from technical support. Bro.
Wow. It's just like watching Bigger, Longer, Uncut. I feel so guilty laughing at this.
The criminal complaint against Robert Watson said he brought his laptop, which he had spilled gravy on, to Best Buy in August of 2018 because it was inoperable. He bought a new laptop and paid the store's Geek Squad to transfer the files from the gravy-covered computer. I like how they put that in quotes. To the new laptop. During the transfer, employees noticed several images they believe contained child pornography and notified authorities.
Wow.
Geek Squad.
Wow. They still exist?
Yeah, man. Dude, everyone needs a geek.
They come to your house still?
Yeah.
They'll come to your house, set up your TV, your sound system.
Really?
Yeah, they do everything for you.
People still
not everything, Brad.
Really?
But,
I was going to say.
those are your 5 headlines. Let me go ahead and read them back over so you can figure out which one is fake. Elderly couple accidentally signs for 20 kilograms of drugs. Yeah. Woman develops the, quote, not reaching pouch to save black lives during traffic stops.
Tech Crew's ears just perked up.
They're selling Derby winners poo for $200. Court rules in favor of realty company after woman tries to sue them for a portal to hell being in the home. And gravy-covered computer leads to Des Moines man's child porn arrest. Which one is fake? That's up to you. But first, Brad Staggs.
You guys didn't get your coffee yet. Really, you didn't go.
No. We hadn't been in the kitchen because we came straight in here. So.
There's APR coffee. I mean, you can walk out, grab your coffee, come back in anytime you want to. Well, no kidding.
I'm running.
And Lori D just walked in. Yeah, so if, don't look. I think the lesson here is don't be a jackhole this morning and miss out on your APR coffee.
Yeah, don't do that.
Get your APR coffee. By the way, it's sexual chocolate this morning.
Sexual chocolate.
Go to American Pride Roasters. Lori D's here. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Get your coffee today. It's the best stuff you've ever put in your mouth.
Thank you. Finally.
See? Well, you're here, so grab the bell. All right. So,
thank you.
Jeez.
Can I just sit here and talk?
Everybody can hear you. All right. What are they saying over on the Twitter?
I like the fact that everyone's like they're not guessing which one it is, but they're all making snarky comments about the stories, which I think is so much better. But you guys, you have to tell me, everyone in this room, what you think is the fake story.
I'm going to go with the portal.
You're going with the portal to hell?
Going with the portal.
Yeah.
I'm going with the portal to hell.
Gravy.
Portal to hell?
Gravy.
You're going with gravy?
Gravy. It's got to be gravy.
Lori?
Gravy?
She does.
I don't know.
She doesn't know. Just
gravy?
Lori, just say gravy.
Gravy? I got 3 gravies, 2 portal to hells. Were you listening at all?
He doesn't know.
Did you come in time for that?
He did.
Start over.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
We got 26 seconds.
Oh, yeah, we have, okay.
That's what that little timer up there is for.
The gravy story.
Yes?
Is actually true.
Damn
it. It's the portal to hell.
That was also the one Huey was saying.
So there's not a portal to hell in Kentucky?
I'm sorry,
Not Kentucky.
I don't
Not
believe
Kentucky.
that. I don't believe that.
Well, at least not in her house.
Maybe Georgia.
Wow, that's got to be there. Wow. It's your daily mojo.
A free exchange of ideas. Mojo 50.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. Diathrive.com. That's D-I-A, thrive.com.
Dr. Ken Brown here, host of Gut Check Project with my co-host Eric Rieger. Eric, we've been seeing MoJo guys over there and over here at Spoonie talk about Atrantil for bloating. I've seen in my practice that Atrantil is a whole lot more than just a bloating product.
Yes, it does a whole lot more than just fix bloating because of the polyphenols that you find in Atrantil.
You're exactly right. The polyphenols are those molecules that we find in the Mediterranean diet. It makes vegetables and fruits very colorful. What are some of the things that these polyphenols do, Eric?
These polyphenols can actually stop inflammation. They can help you have more energy. They can help you with anti-aging. And polyphenols are great for athletes.
It sounds like it's going to help a whole lot more people than just bloating. Tell me how everybody should be taking Atrantil.
If you want to dose Atrantil, it's 2 capsules 3 times a day, basically with your meals. But if you aren't bloated and you just want that polyphenol intake every day, 2 to 3 capsules a day will work for you.
Go to lovemytummy.com/mojo.
I got my
Mojo 50.
I got my mojo working out.
Live free.
I got my mojo working. I got my mojo working out. But it just won't work on you. I got my mojo working. But I just don't know what to do, y'all.
The Daily Mojo.
Wow. I don't think we've had this many people in the studio ever. Dr. Ken's here. You got to turn it on before anybody can hear you. You got to push the button there. There you go.
There we go. It's on now.
Patrick, what'd you just say? You just said something that was amazing and no one heard it.
I'm going to give up my spot for 2 people that are better looking.
Hey. Don't you discount yourself, buddy.
Oh, I meant you 2-3.
You are cute as a button.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
Don't
later.
be so hard on yourself. That's
Yeah.
my job. By the way, this is the date back in 1933 the Loch Ness Monster was first sighted. I just wanted you all to know that.
that is very important to know.
See?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Absolutely.
All right. So first of all, I want to know, lovemytummy.com is the website. Atrantil is what you should be taking. Dr. Ken's here. Rachel is here. Right, good.
So you'll notice that
Yes.
I brought somebody in to talk to you.
Yes, you did.
I was on your show last week.
Yes, you were.
And this man had 4 bags of M&Ms.
Whoa. Hang on.
He's a
Wait a
professional
minute.
M&M taster. She is a nutritionist. She's
they're
going to tell
horrible.
you.
You're going to tell me how horrible
bad
they
that
are
is.
for me. Oh, I know. Sugar is horrible, but go ahead, beat me.
Well, yeah, that's definitely not going to be what is going to help fuel our day, M&Ms. Right. So I'm a nutritionist here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah.
Tell me what sugar does to me.
Well, if you start your day out with sugar, that's going
Right.
to definitely kind of set you up for a lot of different blood sugar fluctuations throughout the day. And
It's going to make me feel bad.
It's going to definitely make you feel bad for sure.
Okay, just putting this down.
Let me point out that
What are you
every day
drinking
when
there, Brandon?
when I come in here, I face him and him. What's going to be worse, the sugar or facing these two?
I'd have to say the sugar.
Thank you so much.
She's paid to say that.
She's not paid. Thank you so much.
Brad, I'm
No, I
sweet
know.
enough, buddy.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
sweet enough
yes,
for you.
No, I know sugar is absolutely. Sugar is not only horrible, but it's. Well, I heard somebody say it's almost worse than like trying to get off heroin.
Yeah, I can.
Detoxing from sugar.
Very addictive.
My morning coffee has, all the sugar in it.
Truly, you Jones for sugar.
Yeah,
it's
I do
when
too.
when you haven't had, it's like so. Yeah, no, I understand. It's horrible for you. I've read the articles about it. The little sugar crystals in your veins, nicking the inside of your veins, and causing scar tissue.
That I have not seen. We do realize that sugar is a pro-inflammatory type molecule.
Yeah.
So Rachel's going to come on our show after this. So tune in to spoonyradio.com. Or she's going to be posting live on her Instagram. We're going to be doing live on YouTube because she is more than just a nutritionist. She has the same philosophy that I do, that all health begins and ends in the gut.
Oh, absolutely.
She's a huge fan. She's also a big fan of Atrantil, so I love that.
Yes, user of Atrantil.
Actually, I took mine this morning. I took it this morning when I started.
Awesome.
I had a protein bar, by the way, to start the day, not sugar.
Not sugar.
The sugar came later.
So Rachel obviously stays in shape. So
Yes.
do you want to tell them a little bit about your routine to stay in shape?
Yeah, I would like to know that.
Yeah, so I grew up as an athlete. I was a gymnast and dancer, and I went to Baylor for nutrition and dietetics. I grew up with a very unhealthy environment, though. I think I lived off of McDonald's. I ate every other day. I ate Halloween candy. I was pretty active, so that kept me in pretty good shape. But when I went off to college, I wanted to get more into health, so I started studying nutrition and dietetics.
Right.
And in the beginning, I went about it in a very backwards way, kind of thinking more of it as from a physique standpoint and looking at it from weight loss. And even though I was able to obtain a physique that I wanted, I never really felt good. And over the process, I actually developed a lot of different gut issues in the process because I was focused more on, I'd say, the foods that I were eating that were going to be very calorie dense versus
Right.
very nutrient dense.
Well, because
to
you were working out and you needed
And I
you wanted the calories for the energy.
Yeah, so my mindset is really kind of focused on providing our body with whole foods. So what is real food essentially? It's going to be organic,
Right.
and it's going to be local. It's going to be wild caught, pasture raised.
Why local?
Why local? Local and organic. So basically when it's local, it's going to go through a lot less of the processing and with a lot of the chemicals that we use. So when it's
Okay.
organic, we're going to be using a lot of herbicides and pesticides when we make a lot of those plants. So
Right.
we deplete of a lot of the essential nutrients.
And to expand on the local part, made sense because if you don't have to, obviously, if it comes from farther away, you're going to have to put more preservatives and things in it to keep it fresh
To keep
until
it
it
fresh
gets here.
so it can get here.
And that makes perfect sense. Okay.
You know, you also see a lot of times that when you eat local, you're eating seasonally. And,
Yes.
you know, that's the way that we were, like, when we were nomads going around, you ate what was available during that season.
Sure.
Now you can get an avocado year
Right.
round.
It's weird because I remember growing up, it used to be like, is this watermelon season or what, a grapefruit, whatever it was, because you couldn't get whatever fruit or vegetable it was year round because you had to wait until they were grown. Now you can get anything anytime, which is a little freaky.
I mean, that's either really good from a technology standpoint or really bad from a nutrition standpoint.
There are a lot of nutritionists that are really encouraging sort of the seasonal eating, paying attention, which is why I think that eating local forces you to eat seasonally.
Well, and then to tie it all back into the gut bacteria, literally, and I told you this last week, every day I'll just Google gut bacteria, and there's a new news story about how it's either affecting autism or affecting mood or affecting weight, or the one I just saw was the fact that gut bacteria actually basically transmogrifies itself to suit just the perfect host. I mean, it really it transforms itself in your gut to suit just you.
And I think
so it's like a fingerprint.
I think
almost.
Rachel could probably comment on this, that depending on your diet, you're cultivating the bacteria, and then they can start demanding more sugar and things.
Yeah, for sure. Sugar is one of the biggest culprits for gut issues and gut dysbiosis. So kind of going back to the M&Ms and having a very high sugar diet, but it's really not
You're
so
just
much.
beating me up over there. Why do you hate me so much?
But there's a difference between processed sugar and refined sugar versus whole food based sugar. And that's what we really run into a problem with really the American diet or the standard American diet, where it's full of processed and refined foods and carbohydrates, which basically depletes it of all of its essential nutrients.
Right.
When sugar basically can disrupt the gut microbiome, and also a lot of those artificial sweeteners as well too do wreak havoc on our gut. And if someone were to ask me what is going to be if we look at health, it always goes back to the gut, because the gut is going to affect every physiological function in our body. It's going to affect our mood. It's going to affect our energy levels. It's going to affect our whole digestive process and our ability to absorb nutrients. So going back to the gut, if the gut is not in good health, that's going to affect everything from our day-to-day life.
So when it comes to shopping for the correct foods, where's the best places that you would say?
I'd go to the supermarket.
Is there like a specific
I've tried shopping for food at AutoZone.
Wouldn't it be awesome if
They don't have any.
She's just like, yeah, there's one 7-Eleven on Northwest Highway.
Like, where would you say has the easiest selection? Like, which one relies most on local foods and stuff like that?
Well, of course, for local foods, it's going to be your local farmer's market, but that's not always available for every person. So a lot of health food stores, Sprouts, Central Market, Whole Foods, they're going to have the greatest amount of variety, I would say. But even like Tom Thumb, Trader Joe's, places like that, they may have a good amount of a selection that you can pick from. You will have to be a little bit more specific what you're looking for, because they're still going to have a lot of the more processed food options and not as much variety. They're not going to have as many grass-fed, wild-caught protein options. So if you want more variety, I would say go to a lot of those health food stores specifically.
Like Sprouts?
Sprouts. And Sprouts would be probably a little bit more of a cost-effective place to go look at versus somewhere maybe like a Whole Foods or a Central Market.
Because I live in Central Market.
Get your mortgage, get an additional mortgage on your house, then go to Whole Foods.
We call Whole Foods Whole Wallet.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that we're going to be talking about today is that we're going to be launching a DHAT member box. My company's going to be doing a subscription box, because we know that so many people are lacking important things like omega-3s. The American diet is more omega-6 over omega-3s. So if you can't always go to Whole Foods and afford things like that, you can augment a little bit. Diet's always number one.
Right.
You can help out with some good supplementation in vetted products.
Right.
And that's how I kind of view it. But for you to stay in this good a shape, what is your macro ratio like?
By the way, you are in terrific shape. Not that I've noticed, but you're in terrific shape.
I think that actually surprises a lot of people when I tell them that it's very evenly distributed between carbs, fats, and protein. So I don't really follow any specific approach where I'm high carb, low carb, high fat, low fat. I tend to get enough protein that my body needs based off of my weight. But then other than that, I really just focus on eating whole foods. And what I've found to work the best for me is just focusing on mainly that food quality. So with breakfast, for example, I had whole eggs. You know, I got a good amount of fats. I got a good amount of protein. Maybe I'll have a little bit of fruit there. So a lot, again, very nutrient dense lunches. I'd like to do things like sweet potatoes. I get a very dense protein source. So usually fish, grass-fed beef, pastured poultry, lots of different vegetables, non-starchy, like broccoli, asparagus.
Hold on, you said pastured poultry? Is that like that?
Pasture raised, yes.
Okay, so it's not the chickens in the cages.
Not the chickens in the cages.
Gotcha.
So pasture
All right.
raised, yes,
Gotcha.
correct.
Free range.
Free range.
So I know exactly what you're thinking, Brad. So he tries different flavors of M&Ms. So if they come out with if they have a salmon flavored M&M, will that be good enough for him?
No, man, I'm telling you, that sounds awfully tempting. Awfully tempting. No, I'm trying to get off the sugar. It's and it's a process. Really.
It's a struggle. It's a real struggle. Yeah. I mean, I last night, you know, one of the things I was like, I'm going to start not eating sugar at least as much. I'm going to.
It's. I mean, literally, you start thinking about it, it's like.
I think it's the pattern that gets you. It's the same thing as smoking. I had to quit smoking at one point in
It's
time.
very addictive.
Yeah, and it's more of the habit. I feel like, you know, like right after dinner, I'm like, man, that ice cream sounds amazing. There.
Well, one of the things that I was talking, I'm sure Rachel can comment on this also. My patients that choose to try and avoid sugar by doing the fake sugar alcohols where it says 0 calories.
Right.
Well, number one, the bacteria in your body can break them down. So it's a buffet to them. Tremendous gas, lots of diarrhea. But once they break it down, you can absorb those calories. So they've actually shown that people that drink diet sodas have a higher propensity to develop diabetes.
Really?
Yeah, because your brain doesn't know what to do with it. It's saying, I've got something sweet. I think it's sugar, but it's not sugar, so it doesn't know what. It's a lot of confusion going. Which is why, and I've cut way back on the Diet Cokes. Way back, I've just this week it's been a little stressful. So I threw just a little vanilla syrup in there, so at least there'd be a little sugar. For it to know, that was my logic. Okay, if it's a Diet Coke, it's going to have that, again, it has the artificial sweetener, got the insulin release. It doesn't have anything to work on, but if there's a little bit of that sugar sweetener in that, okay, it's got something to work on. Does that make any sense? Please tell me I did the right thing.
No, it definitely does.
Thank you.
No, you done good, son. You done good.
I like this woman, and she is welcome here anytime.
We actually have a question. Free Range Prisoner asks, raw refined sugar, is it any worse or better than refined sugar? Thank you.
Raw refined sugar.
Raw unrefined sugar is any worse or better than refined sugar?
I think sugar in its natural state is going to be the best place that we want to go. So sugar that's going to be naturally found in fruit. But when we extract sugar, and we do refine it, but when we extract it and we're eating it, basically just adding sugar to baked goods, to our drinks and things that we're eating, we're getting a mass amount of glucose that's going to be going into our blood system. That's going to cause a lot of blood sugar fluctuations, cortisol level imbalances. So do I think, having a high sugar diet is going to be better for you or worse for you, I should say? Yes, I definitely do. But I think sugar itself, that's not really going to be the problem, but it is the extract of sugar and adding those in and eating that in higher amounts.
That should be done by everybody. You're looking at a label. I love that.
Well, I'm just
That's what you should do with anything that's packaged.
Carbonated water, natural flavors.
Yes.
It says natural flavors. So, and literally, I tried to drink more carbonated water. So because regular water is boring, unless it's the regular water you get in the front lobby of the hotel with has like the oranges in it. Oh, that's so good. But no, that's what I try to do is to get you off of the diet drinks.
Brad, I tell you what, we have to go get ready for our show. Everybody tune in to Gut Check Project on SpoonieRadio.com. And once again, we're going to talk a lot more with Rachel. She's going to get into a lot deeper stuff. We're going to listen to her history. She's got some great stories. But go to lovemytummy.com/mojo. Put in the code MoJo for big discounts.
Huge. Did we hit our 20? I'm just going to put it out there. Did we hit our 20 bottle yet? Did you check?
I need to double check on that.
You didn't even, you walked in here not even knowing?
Wow.
You officially offended Brad.
You know what?
All right, so
Rachel, you're welcome back anytime. Apparently,
listen to why. Because she's going to say, I'm an enabler. I said that if we sold 20 coupons, I'd buy the next week's M&Ms. And I didn't want you saying that in front of her.
That reward system.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm big
Help
on reward.
Help me enable Brad.
He's making us unhealthy for profits, Brad.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah. Like
all right. Well, just let me know.
Coke and every other big company, Kellogg's,
whatever it
why would they
takes.
put things that are bad for us for big profits?
Right?
I know.
What?
Why?
What?
I don't get it.
That and the government cares about you. Those are the two biggest lies.
All right, love you guys. We got to go do the show.
All right,
Thanks
have
for
fun.
having us.
Oh, anytime,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Stay in good shape. You're off to a good start. Both of you are welcome anytime. Wait until they get out of here and we're going to talk about them. All right, now we can talk about them.
Jesus, I don't even know how you're still talking, dude.
I know he's hot, isn't he?
Dude,
I mean, Dr.
Dr.
Ken
Ken
is
is
smoking
wow.
hot.
Yeah.
And that woman he brought
I
with
didn't
him,
even
whatever.
see her.
I did.
What was her name again?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But Dr.
But
Ken.
Dr. Ken.
I am all about that.
Every time I see him,
I'm feeling
a little fluctuation in
I
my
am.
gut, you know.
By the way, I did find. Let's see. Hold on a second, right here. Where'd it go? I can't find it. Because I love a man in uniform. It was going to be because you love a man in uniform.
I do.
Men in uniform are sexy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Goodness. That's how I got married.
Smacking duck, whole eggs, shelled. Okay, this is weird. Because smacking duck, I was thinking the same thing. When she said whole eggs, I was like, including the shell?
Yes, all of it.
I just didn't want to be a
Don't be a
smartass.
wussy, bro.
Right, she's trying to be all serious, and she's right. I mean, but yeah, it was like, scares me to death when Smacking Duck and I are thinking the same thing. Wow. Jill Hollis in Seattle said it would probably be inappropriate to know if Rachel makes a good sandwich.
I wasn't going to ask.
I'm going to go ahead and answer yes.
We all do.
And it's very healthy.
Yes.
It's a very healthy.
In my head, yes. She makes
It's in our DNA. It's just in our DNA. We the sandwich makers. I'll admit it.
So.
But y'all pay me to do it, which is even better.
So many lines.
Ring the bell. Oh, I'm
just
here. Larky is
did.
failing. The hell?
Larky is just and
He's
I
helping
don't-
me plan this, and he doesn't know how to ring a bell.
So I don't know if Chef Patrick. I don't care if Chef Patrick's coming in. We've had
I
Rachel
love
in
Chef
here.
Patrick. You leave Chef Patrick alone.
He's making breakfast for us tomorrow. He just told me that.
Is he really?
He's
What's he
cooking
making?
for us.
What's he making?
He doesn't know because he has very limited equipment
Aha.
here.
That's true.
He's like, I have a crock pot and a chicken.
He has a Stormtrooper head toaster.
He has a crock pot and a chicken and a toaster.
Yeah.
He needs
That's
an
it.
Instant Pot.
Oh yeah.
No. Ugh. I'm sorry. I'm one of the 4 people in the world that don't like those.
Oh, Instant Pots rock.
They are pretty awesome.
They take away.
thank you.
They take away my income, so I don't like them.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Why don't you just use one when you do it? That way you make things
I make
faster.
it better. Faster isn't always better, Brad. Duh.
No, I thought it was deeper isn't always better.
No, that's true. That's true.
China. Thank you.
No, I'm talking.
she
You're
gets
doing the bell.
Oh, see now, yeah. When we're talking,
I know. Well, you're not even paying me.
By
I
the
keep
way,
saying that all week.
by
too.
the way, Kurt Russell dies in the end.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He becomes a planet.
China is losing the battle against an incurable pig virus. Did you see this?
Well, have you seen this?
Yeah,
Have you
the
heard about
swine flu outbreak. Yeah.
It's the latest threat comes from African swine fever, a highly contagious virus with no known cure and a near zero survival rate for infected pigs. It's not harmful to human health. The bad news, though, is it's going to hurt our wallets.
See, that's the one thing that I feel like we're all scared about the human viruses and bacteria and stuff that's going to kill us. But what about the stuff that kills our food?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's which in
That's
turn
how you
kills
lose
us.
weight, though.
Scary thought.
China is the world's biggest
North
producer
Korea, they look amazing.
and
I know, they're so
consumer of
skinny.
pork.
Venezuela?
Did you hear that? They are the biggest producer and consumer of pork.
Who is?
China.
China is? That actually no, I can see that.
They account for more than half of the world's pig population.
I kind of wonder if China accounts for half of the world's a lot of things. Actually, I mean their population is
100% of the world's unnecessary plastic
That's
objects.
not the right bell.
It is on Matlock show. You can
I
get
love
everything.
Larky so much. I give him so much crap.
I know. Matt Locke was trying to tell us
you're doing
that
a
that
great
was the
job,
right bell.
buddy.
Thank you.
Great job.
Matt
but
would
do
not-
lean into the mic more. You're sucking about that. But yeah, otherwise you're great, buddy.
I tried to explain that to Matt that was the wrong bell. That was not the innuendo bell. But I thought you said you brought some bells.
I have 4 dozen bells in my car.
What? Okay, you couldn't
And
bring.
but my
you
car
couldn't
keys are right there. I can't
you
get to my
couldn't
car
bring-
keys.
you
So
couldn't
when
bring
we're not
2
on, are you
extra
just
up
in your
here?
car? Just
Yeah, that's.
wait.
You don't even understand. I go to the grocery store, and if the cashier says something to me that is innuendo, ding ding ding. I know,
God.
I do this. I have done this.
You know what's funny is like, yeah, I do that too in my head now. It's like anytime someone says anything that's remotely like innuendo.
I thought you said you didn't get them. That your brain didn't work that way.
Because when I'm during the show, when I'm talking and paying attention and doing all this stuff, it is hard for me to focus on that kind of thing because I want to do something more important.
And it was just hard, and it's a bell.
Oh no!
I'm Pavlov. I'm so Pavlov.
I know it's this. This should be where it's the easiest.
No, it's not
Why?
easy because I am.
Wow.
See?
Get your happy ass up here and
Why is
stand
it
and ring the
okay?
bell.
If you can do it in the car, and you can do it
because
here.
because I'm more
This is our
concerned
weekend.
about developing a good conversation or a quality show.
Well, that's not working.
No,
so
you're
why not
not.
just go ahead and do the innuendo?
And so, I'm more focused on responding and listening to what you're saying and stuff instead of
you're not.
it's like, okay, I need to pay attention to when the next okay, is innuendo.
Then why do you talk about Game of Thrones so much?
You know why? Because it is thousands of listeners. Okay,
I will tell you exactly
most
why.
of
And
which
I'm number 9, bitch.
Most of which love Game of Thrones. It is a massive. It is a. Hey! It is a.
I had 22
I am
people like my tweet about how these segments are boring as hell.
22.
Just 22.
22.
Well
And
done.
He was one of them.
No, I wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
On that note,
But it is a cultural phenomenon and
You are
needs to
not
be
in
discussed.
control of your show anymore.
no, yeah, I am. I absolutely am. Watch this. I can just have Ron turn it all off. Sunday's third episode of the season.
No.
It attracted 17.8 million viewers, either live or on the network at streamed. It made the week's most watched show, cable or broadcast, the most watched one-day event ever in HBO's 4 decades of existence, topping the Game of Thrones season 8 premiere. 12 million people watched the episode live, slightly below the season 7 finale.
Dude.
Meh.
So you're just in the half that doesn't
I'm in
care.
the smarter half of the population.
See, the thing
No,
is,
I'm actually just cheap. I won't pay for HBO. So.
You should. HBO Now is actually kind of cheap.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I'm kind of homeless right now, so it's okay.
Oh, well, that would do it. I was going to say, you can watch Westworld too.
You can watch it on your phone.
Yeah.
That's what phones are for.
I got throttled. I've used so much data. I could not listen to the show on my drive-in, so I had no idea what your show. Shut up! I had no idea what your stories were, so I'm just like,
That's
whatever.
what you want to do, Lori, on your phone.
This is so easy. See, how can you say this is hard, Brad? This is so easy.
Now people can do it for me.
This is exactly
Ring the bell.
what we need. We need more interns.
I
is what
need.
we need.
That's what it's.
What happened to the intern? What happened to him? Brown Panther.
We killed him.
Well,
Did you eat him? Skin
honestly,
him? Flay him?
Yeah.
I'm learning words and things this week. So.
You know where there's a lot of skinning and flaying.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. That's right. Good job, Lori.
Shut up.
Did you
I
know?
love you, Brandon.
Love you too, Lori.
Aw.
By the way, another fact that you didn't know: it was in 1924.
That you were born?
Mm-hmm.
Back in my day,
Patrick Mahon. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. He showed up at the Waterloo train station to claim his bag. He confessed that the bloody knife and the case that were inside connected to the death of his mistress, Emily Kay. They directed the Scotland Yard detectives to go to the crime scene in a Sussex bungalow. And when they got there, they found the woman. She'd been dismembered. She was found hidden among hat boxes, trunks, and biscuit tins. They had to take all of the pieces. Exactly. Don't mistake them for cookies. They had to take all of the pieces and reassemble her. And they had to do it with their bare hands.
Gross.
That was the case. That was the case that actually prompted the use of rubber gloves in police work.
Rubber. Somebody ring the bell. Thank you.
That is when they became standard. After that investigation, that is what made rubber gloves become standard equipment at murder scenes. You didn't know that, did you?
No, thank you for
Don't thank me. Thank Patrick Mahon.
Mahon.
Thank you,
He's
Patrick
the one
Mahon.
who killed Emily Kay. She gave her all for rubber gloves
Okay.
in 1924. See, if this happened last week, you couldn't talk about it like this. But because it happened in 1924.
Last week I was in Washington. Who cares?
So are you nomading it? Like you go from place to place?
Yeah, basically.
That's so awesome.
I know.
She goes up on the
I
sign.
I'm going to show up at your apartment, Brandon.
What?
I'm going to show up at your apartment. Shut up.
Don't laugh. She's not kidding.
No doubt. He thinks I'm kidding when I say I'm crashing at his place.
I don't think you're. No, I know you're not. I'm saying, Brandon, don't. She's not kidding.
So out of curiosity, where have you been so far?
My entire life, or just this trip?
Not just this trip.
Start at the very
Sounds like you've
beginning.
been
no.
Where did your mom and dad meet and go from there?
They met
It was a
at
lovely spring-
Bayview High School in Milwaukee in 1964.
It was a lovely spring
The
day.
year you were born.
They were going out for some light protesting.
No, they were at a football game. But no, so I started out just south of Seattle, which is where we're stationed right now. And I spent the first night in Klamath Falls, Oregon. And then I got a $245 speeding ticket in the middle of Nevada on my way to see Toby the next day in Vegas.
See how much better this is?
Fame?
See how much this is better this is than Game of Thrones?
Toby and Chris, the Tobies.
This is so much better than Game of
The
Thrones.
Tobies. But I had dinner with Toby number 1, not Toby number 2. Breakfast. Sorry, Toby. I'm tired.
What's wrong with Toby number 2?
I didn't see him this trip. He was working.
Toby number 2 is the shit.
Yeah, I like Toby number 2.
And then
wow,
somewhere in Nevada, I couldn't find a hotel room, so I slept in my car. Sorry, y'all. I slept in my car.
Oh my God, no.
I know.
You did not. Tell me you didn't.
I did.
That's bad.
It was great.
You shouldn't do that.
No, it's fine.
It's dangerous.
It's okay. And then stopped in Wichita Falls to take a shower. And
Really?
then-
You'd never know it.
Shut your dirty whore mouth. And then I got here last Friday in time for beer for brunch. And
Shut your
dirty whore mouth. Play it. And then I had 2 shots of this last Friday, and I'm not putting that in my mouth ever again because. See, thank you. So yeah, I'm kind of nomading it. I don't know when I'm going back to
I was
Washington.
a nomad for a really long time, and I actually miss the life sometimes. This is the longest I've ever been in one place.
I miss my kids.
Oh yeah,
I really miss my
Yeah,
kiddos
yeah.
because they're awesome. Because they're my kids.
And because they're your kids. That sounds like I miss my kids.
Because they're
I
mine.
mean, you know.
And they're cute, and they actually pay attention.
As
So,
a parent,
sometimes.
by the way, you're required to say that because if you said the opposite, that would go
No,
over well.
sometimes they're a-holes.
I don't miss my
So
kids.
it's okay,
I
but I
don't
love
miss
them. They're
them.
the best kids.
Yeah, she could be like those. There are some people who I don't know what it is about nowadays, but every now and again, a post will pop up on like Huffington Post or something like that, where like a woman will be like, "I wish that I did not have a boy. I wish
I'm
that
so
my
glad I don't have
son
girls."
was a girl." And I feel like I'm advancing patriarchy. I'm like, dude, your kid's gonna read this at some point in their life.
No, I gave birth to 2 white male Christians.
You're the worst.
I know. I am the devil.
You're
I'm taking
contributing
over
to
your
the downfall
office
of the
this week.
society and the earth at the same time.
That's right.
Well, we only have 9 years and 363 days now,
That's
so
true.
it's okay. Still
Wait,
fine.
wait. Is that by
No,
AOC's count?
no,
or
no.
by
Beto.
Beto's count? Okay.
No, say Beto O'Rourke in the way that I like it.
Beto O'Rourke.
Yay!
Yeah, see, he gave us 10 years, 2 days ago.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're doomed in 10 years. You know what?
No, 9 years, 363
You know
days.
what? After seeing what they did to Nancy Pelosi in this comic,
At least somebody did something to her.
It's not as good as what they did to Dana.
Dana,
no, she looks like a
Dana looks
badass.
baller.
I
Yeah.
told Chris he better watch out when he goes home last night because Dana's gonna kick his ass. If
I don't. Here, can someone hold that up to the camera and just the Nancy Pelosi part because it is absolutely
It is
horrific.
hilarious. It is so
what
funny.
they did.
that's no,
Yeah, it's not gonna
good-
focus.
Good luck.
It's
with
all
that.
right.
It's okay.
There you right there. Yeah. If you go right to
Ron's making
halfway
hand
in between.
gestures in there.
I think
Yeah,
he-
Ron's like.
He wants me to touch something.
One-handed
Set
hand
to
gestures.
autofocus.
Oh, okay. Well, people can see it from here, kind of. So it's Nancy Pelosi stepping out of the shower, but she looks like kind of a man.
Is she
really?
naked?
Yeah, she's naked.
She's
Oh.
naked and has like a 12-pack of abs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like incredibly over.
She looks like Caitlyn Jenner.
That is so
She does look like Kate.
Yes, she does. She totally looks like Caitlyn Jenner.
Wow.
This is really disturbing. There's an AOC comic and Nancy Pelosi looks bad in it. Wow.
They made Nancy Pelosi look like a Republican.
Right.
Caitlyn Jenner's a Republican.
It's a strange universe into which we've fallen, and this is your Daily Mojo.
This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. Mojo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. He's put the House Judiciary Committee on notice. Attorney General Barr saying he will not testify before the panel as it takes a closer look at the Mueller report.
Barr angry with Democrats' plans to let committee lawyers take part of the questioning.
He is trying to blackmail the committee into not following what we think is the most effective
means of eliciting the information we need.
Chairman Jerry Nadler says he'll consider issuing a subpoena for Barr's testimony, and if the Attorney General still refuses, he could be held in contempt.
Capitol Hill correspondent Wally Hines. Barr spent much of yesterday before the Senate Judiciary Committee. A 22-year-old man accused of fatally shooting 2 students and wounding 4 others in a classroom at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, due in court later today. Demonstrators expected to take to the streets of Caracas again today, demanding the resignation of embattled Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro.
As the second day of unrest in Venezuela played out with opposition protests largely contained by government forces, Cuba went on the offensive against Trump administration accusations. In Washington, Carlos Fernandez de Cosio, Cuba's Director General of U.S. Affairs, told the Associated Press National Security Advisor John Bolton's accusations of Cuban military involvement in Venezuela are false.
Cuba does not participate in military operations nor in security operations in Venezuela.
Fernandez de Cosio said there are roughly 20,000 Cubans in Venezuela, but that virtually all are medical workers. Mike Gracia, Washington.
The Trump administration is asking Congress for an additional $4.5 billion in emergency funds for the U.S.-Mexico border that grapples with a surge of Central Americans trying to illegally enter the U.S. Wall Street Dow futures down 1 point, NASDAQ futures up 3. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All-American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-570-6630. 800-570-6630. That's 800-570-6630. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Bottom line, if you want to lose weight, go to RidUZone.com. That's RIDU Zone.com. RidUZone has helped countless people lose weight, and they can help you too by boosting your metabolism and making you feel a little bit fuller naturally. RidUZone.com.
Say what you want to say about Cortez. She's not unattractive. Whoopi Goldberg, ugly as dirt. She one ugly woman. She ugly. Whoopi is jealous.
Making radio great again. The Cartel with Nat and Ron. Weekday afternoon. MoJo 50.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow pills to charge your sex life? Are you thinking about it? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pills deliver the exact same results for less than $3. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. And right now, radio callers will get 44 blue or yellow pills for $120 with free discreet shipping. You can save more than $700 off pharmacy prices. Charge your sex life now and save a ton of money. Call now and get your 44 pills and save over $700 and qualify for free shipping. Stop overpaying and call right now.
800-218-6473. 800-218-6473. 800-218-6473. That's 800-218-6473.
This is the MoJo 50 Institute for the Advanced Application of Freedom. Ya bitches. The mothership has landed.
All right, so what are they saying in the Twitter room?
They are saying things like, now that Caitlyn Jenner has been mentioned, this is Joe Hollis in Seattle, I bet she'd be great at the pentathlon. Being past her prime, she couldn't win the decathlon these days.
Sir, is it a bell thing?
I'm going to let's just to be safe. Just to be safe, let's do it. Fully loaded, high caliber kitty said. So Texas Lori D was trying to find a place to sleep when she texted me by mistake at 2 a.m.
I had a place to sleep. I was trying to text Vika, and I just couldn't see properly.
I can see why Vika and fully loaded high caliber kitty. You can mix those two names.
Vika is my roommate this weekend. She is so in trouble. She's my babysitter.
Wow. No, she actually just texted. She's got to get a different room.
No, she's not. She's in New Mexico, actually, and she's picking up Pink Floyd, who doesn't exist on Twitter anymore.
Kirk, slightly venomous jackhole. Brandon has more reasons and excuses than a coked out sex addict at an all-girls school.
Does he have experience being coked out at an all-girls school? That's a very specific situation.
That happened at Doc's Memorial.
Melissa Sippy said, I'm wearing my Game of Thrones socks today while traveling to MoJoCon. I can't wait to show you.
Show me what?
Her
Show
socks.
Brad your feet.
That's what they all say.
She wants to show Brad her feet.
Let me show you my socks.
Rule number 5, Jack Hole said, Texas Lord E got throttled. Yeah, baby. Oh, wrong kind of throttle. That's not fun.
Yeah, it's totally.
People heard that? Oops.
That's something completely different. In San Jose, there's a college in San Jose. I think it's UC San Jose, strangely enough. They uninvited the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency to a job fair at the college on Tuesday over fears that immigration officials' presence could, quote, cause undue stress and concern, unquote, among some community members. So Border Patrol and Customs were uninvited to the job fair because it would have made people uncomfortable. Oops. Just for the record, that was Lori D's phone. As many of you have heard, they put out an email. A job fair scheduled to take place on the campus. Originally included U.S. Customs and Border Protection. This understandably caused concern among some on our campus community and the wider community that we serve. So they're not coming.
Oh, so they essentially got kicked out of
the job fair.
Oh my gosh.
That's where we are.
That's so sad. We're like, yeah, the literal agency that is there to protect our borders is being kicked off of campuses.
Yes. Because
what do they think is going to happen with open borders? Like, do they think it's going to be all rainbows and lollipops and unicorns?
Sunshine, lollipops.
Apparently.
Rainbows.
They said we serve a very diverse student population, a large percentage of whom have immigrated to the U.S. from other nations.
So?
Well, I think what they're probably leaving out is the illegally part.
Yeah, seriously. Look, a lot of people immigrate here from other nations, and I'm happy that they're here.
Yes.
Legally. All right. If you come here illegally, get the hell out of my country.
Pay your taxes.
Right.
But the fact, because you know what really drives me crazy about all this? I'm just going to rant just real fast. Just real fast.
No.
Go for it.
The people who tend to come across illegally, yes, some of them are here to work. Some of them are trying to find a better life. Some of them, that's fine. I understand that. Still get the hell out and try to come in legally. But a lot of the people who are doing this, they are drug runners. They are child sex traffickers. All right.
There's some bad people, too.
Yes, of course. They are literally terrorists from countries of interest or state sponsors of terrorism. By the thousands. That's not like a small number. Okay?
Right.
These are the whole entire point of ICE and Customs and Border Protection is to stop that from happening. Stop that kind of element from coming in, because you never know what's going to happen. What if your daughter is kidnapped and is sold into sex slavery?
Right.
What if it's your daughter? Are you still going to be down on them then? No, but this happens a lot.
Wow.
This happens a lot. You know, kidnappings happen all the. It happened to Michelle Malkin, Michelle Malkin's niece. You know, it could happen to anybody. And this is what these people are trying to stop. That's what they're trying to trip up. It drives me insane that they're like, well, you know, they're not American, they're not white, so they must be good. Y'all, sometimes
I like brown people.
No, brown people are. Yeah, me too. I love brown people.
They are tasty. They are tasty. What? Is that wrong? Is that bad?
What do they taste like, Brad?
Chicken.
I like to have them with a nice Chianti.
No, you're right. It's the whole illegal versus legal thing. Come on in legally. Get in here.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it.
Plenty of room. Get on in here.
Yeah, come on in. Melt in with the melting pot. We're going to create some great things like Tex-Mex. We did that a while back.
Yep.
Haven't looked back.
That's tonight. Tex-Mex is tonight.
Baller.
And we're buying you guys margaritas with your ticket money.
Oh, my God. And
by the way, but buying us or buying?
Buying everybody who shows up for the meet and greet margaritas with the ticket money. That's why y'all sent me cash.
Sorry.
I
derailed you.
But that's just, no, it's okay. That's just the thing that drives me crazy. My rant's over, but yeah, I mean,
wow, that was short.
They are trying to stand in the way of law enforcement stopping some of the worst possible things from happening to the United States.
Yes.
And that to me is unexcusable. If I was that state, any state, or even the federal, I would stop funding to that specific college just for that reason.
Oh, they'll get a boost in funding.
What state would you like to be, Brandon?
The state of happiness. Yeah.
Just say bliss.
Confusion.
Bliss.
Sexual chocolate. I don't know.
State of peace.
For a friend.
A state of.
Did you get much sleep last night?
No, I didn't, because he held my hand while I cried through Endgame for the second time in a week.
That's why you didn't sleep?
I don't sleep at all. That's why I'm a jackhole. And I get up when you guys were at the other place, 3 a.m. to listen to your butts and your mouths and your face.
I was going to say, Ron.
I didn't think anyone was listening during that hour.
To dial it down a little bit.
Ron wasn't even part of the group then, and you were still listening to our butts.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, look.
Matt Locke.
The only person who can out yell Lori did, and he just shut the door.
He saw Lori. He saw Lori was in here.
He saw a challenge, is what he saw, and he backed off from it, which is kind of strange.
Oh, hang on.
Hold on. What did you do? What? Hold on. You got to bring. What did you bring? What is that in your hand?
I brought protection.
Earplugs. You're such an a-hole. Such an a-hole.
Yeah, I'm not sure that these earplugs are actually rated above Matlock intensity, so I don't know if those are going to work.
No, but they do meet OSHA requirements.
See, that's the thing with Matlock. He registers just above the legal limit.
Give me like noise cancellation headphones.
Yeah,
We don't
pretty
do
much.
noise canceling earbuds or anything here anymore.
Oh yeah, we do. We actually have a piece of the Doc's is up there somewhere. You
Damn it, Doc.
Did you guys notice the caution tape? That came from the scene.
Wow, you just turned this really dark, Brad.
What? When he gets back from vacation, we're going to show him. We're going to show him as soon as he gets back. He'll be back.
Have you touched your peas yet?
Hey, where's
Not
the
my
bill?
peas. Brandon's peas.
Oh, well, you paid for them.
I touch my
They were a gift
peas every night.
They were a gift. If I want to touch my peas I will touch my peas, but I have. Thank you, Lord.
You're welcome.
All right, what was it? Who was it in the MeWe chat room that just said, let's see, Heather's still on the road. Whiskey and Sue and Timmy are coming by air. The Ruffs and Cows should be on the road as well.
Yep.
Who's coming by sea?
That'd be Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Vika's on the road picking up Pink Floyd. Els can't make it, and I'm pissed off about that. Pickled Squirrel is showing up today, too. I think she's flying in. Or is she driving? I don't know. She's in Valparaiso, Indiana. So
Valparaiso?
Yeah, Valpo. She calls it Valpo, so I'm going to call it Valpo because I'm a cool kid.
Yeah, Valparaiso. So
I don't know.
that sounds
Whatever.
completely.
What is this? A moment of silence. Let's be frank in PA. A moment of silence, please, for the driver who pulled a Doc Thompson in front of another truck at the Pilot in Mineral Ridge, Ohio.
Oh, no.
Mineral Ridge?
In front of the driver pulled in front of another truck. Huh.
Oh, there was a fatality, yeah.
Huh. And Whiskey Six said, "Tell Lori D to shh." Yeah, right. Tell the sun not to
No.
shine.
The boys aren't talking.
Tell the wind not to blow.
We have to be able to get a word in edgewise, though, Lori.
Oh!
Snap!
Boom.
You couldn't even keep quieter in the movie last night.
Could not. Because
Oh
it's
my
a good
God.
movie, and Kurt Russell dies in the end.
I kid you not, Brandon. At one point, we actually had somebody from the theater actually
Yep,
come up and
they
tell
did.
her to be quiet.
Because I was at the end when everything's getting really, really good.
If you spoil anything,
No, I'm not. I won't because
because Brandon already did.
You're just lucky that that was the second time I've seen it, because it was the first time I would have told you to get out.
Yeah.
They almost told me to last night, but I was going. Woo! I was just excited.
There's one thing I cannot stand. It's like a pet peeve of mine. Don't talk during my movie.
No, okay, I was trying to find a draft house.
Here's
to go
some
to.
advice: don't go to a movie with Lori D.
Amen.
That's the moral of the
Don't.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, some good news from England.
Oh, thank God.
Traveling circuses will be banned from using wild animals.
What the hell kind of good news is that?
Imagine a circus with no animals.
Yeah.
They said wild animals, though.
And well, you're not going to have cats and dogs in there. I mean, what the hell are they going to do?
Why not? They
Well, but whenever you have the cats and dogs in there, they're only just to piss off the
You can't have
lions.
the pussy cats. in the
Right?
circus?
Environment Secretary Michael Gove. That's such low-hanging fruit. I mean, come on.
I'm shorter than
At
everybody
least
in this room.
reach a little bit around. Environment Secretary Michael Gove announced a new bill to prevent animals such as reindeer, zebras, and camels. What the hell kind of a circus is this?
Yeah, seriously.
Reindeer, zebras, and camels.
Oh my.
Being forced to perform in circuses in England. The move has been welcomed by animal rights groups who have campaigned for years to stop the cruel spectacle of performing animals.
Okay, so
Isn't that Kim Kardashian?
Wouldn't it be better for the animals to be performing instead of us eating them?
yeah, I kind of
Right,
figured
yes.
we could release them into the wild where they could, try to make friends with lions. I don't know. I feel like this is not
What else
mistreating
do
them.
reindeer do?
Yeah, seriously, other than stand around and eat grass.
They bring
and fly
Brandon
sleighs.
presents
Yeah, I was
every
gonna say
Friday.
they do bring me presents.
And camels. I mean, camels, if you just let them alone, all they do is spit at you. And zebras. Come on, make up your mind.
Well, there's all them. There's all
What
them
are you, a
humping-
horse, a
humps
donkey?
with the camel.
A modern art
All the
project.
humps with the
That's
camel.
true. My hump, my hump, my hump. My lovely lady loves. That was yesterday.
Check it out.
That is no, that was Earworm Wednesday. We only do that. We don't do any. We do not do any earworms on Thursday.
By the way, speaking of things that we do during days of the week, do not forget to send your suspicious package to us on Suspicious Package Friday.
That's a good idea. Oh, where did the box go? We have not been opening the eggs.
Oh yeah, give me
all
the
the
eggs.
eggs.
I said we would open some
Oh yeah,
eggs.
and Lucky Farkin, he brought something in. So
Do we want to save that for Suspicious Package Friday though?
Why?
Why?
It's up to Ron. It's Ron's gift.
Oh, it's Ron's gift.
No, give it to Ron. Give it to Ron. Give it to Ron now.
Where is Ron?
He's pooping.
Oh, he's pooping.
All right, so
All right, hold on.
do you need to give it? Does he need to be in here for you to give it to him, or?
Should be able to see it from here.
All right, so
He's looking with his good eye.
he's
That's a giant poop.
No, it's a pickle.
Rick,
Pickle.
inflatable.
Oh, it's a giant pickle. Sorry.
It's an inflatable pickle Rick costume.
all right. Why hasn't he been?
Blow that son of a bitch up.
Blow
it
that
up.
pickle.
We need batteries.
Blow
for it.
that pickle.
Oh, it's got a fan in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
pickle needs
funny.
batteries.
Did we not bring the
Ron,
batteries?
I brought batteries.
Ron,
I
if
just
you're
need a screwdriver.
And again, why isn't it blue?
Laura, you are
up?
abusing the bell.
He needs a screwdriver.
yes, she is abusing the bell.
Stop abusing the bell.
Stop.
That's funny.
So-
you need a miniature. Did you look in the drawer?
I just want to note that Ron thought that was poop right off, and it's green. So, Ron,
looks
if
like
your
a poop.
poop is that color, you need to be talking to Dr. Ken Brown, I think.
Sorry, Brother Colorblind. My excuse.
Oh, okay.
It does. It looks like a giant poop, but it's a pickle.
It's a pickle.
I like that. No, I like that. You just like that's the first thing you went to. That's a giant
Let
poop.
me see the front of it.
So now Ron
Dude,
can.
if that is what you see staring back in the toilet,
Pickle Rick.
you are in deeper
size?
trouble than
Pickle
I
Ron.
thought.
Pickle
Smiles
Ron.
at me.
Pickle Rondolph.
Wow, somebody needs to tweet a picture of that out because that is
That's funny.
that thing has teeth.
That is hysterical.
And is that a tongue?
That is a tongue.
Okay, that's a weird place for
That's
a tongue.
Have you never
Yeah.
seen
Smile.
Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, I'm sure, but
Did you see the Pickle Rick episode?
yeah,
Pickle Rick.
it's still a weird place for a tongue. It actually looks like the bottom of someone's foot. It
And
looks
there
like-
you go with the foot thing.
I'm telling ya.
Hey.
It's either poop or feet.
Right.
I'll see if I can get this thing up and running at the next break here.
I would like to, let's see if we can get that going.
Check the third.
I like
like I said, third drawer down, middle cabinet in there. See if there's a miniature screwdriver.
You really want me going through your drawers?
I wouldn't have told you where it was if I hadn't expected you to go looking for it. The
Everything's a bell today.
a Scottish airport is getting the UK's first permanent therapy dog team.
Therapy dog.
Therapy dogs in the airport to help calm nervous flyers.
How much of the taxpayer dollars are they paying for that?
Whatever's left over after their NHS. Therapets will lend Therapets. I like that. Therapets will lend a paw to those who are anxious getting on planes at Aberdeen, that's in Texas, not in Scotland. Aberdeen International Airport. From this weekend on, the Travel Hub has drafted a team of four-legged volunteers after a successful trial over the busy Christmas and New Year's period. The airport will become the first in the UK to have its very own therapy dog team when the canine crew starts working regularly every Saturday.
I bet there'll be some poop in there.
Right?
So where do they keep the dogs when they're not flying? Do they keep them in the overhead compartments, or?
Well, apparently these are just going to stay in the airport.
Terminal.
So I've seen a lot of those around lately, though. Those therapy or like the emotional support dogs.
Well, they're going to be easily identified in their high-vis jackets and bandanas. They will mingle with passengers and staff throughout the terminal. Now, here's my question: if they're wearing the high-vis jackets and the bandanas, what if bright colors freak you out? What if you
dogs
are?
freak you out?
What if dogs freak you out? What if they cause you stress and distress? Now we're going to need a second team of animals.
Therapy cats.
The therapy
cats.
Therapy gerbils.
Right. So the therapy cats are going to have to be brought in by the people who are stressed by bright colors and dogs.
And you can't take peacocks.
And then it's just going to come down
Right.
to
They don't
therapists.
fly. Peacocks don't fly.
So we're going to need several teams. So I think this is a very good start. This is what you do with the reindeer. They can't be in the circus anymore. they become therapy reindeer.
That's a good. Wow.
They're used to
Brad.
I know,
Brad,
right?
you need to be
It's
a city
shocking.
planner, buddy.
Therapy ranger means I don't have to buy Christmas presents for anyone.
Right?
That's my therapy.
Therapy camels.
With toes.
Oh no! The therapy camels are for people who are into bondage
with toes.
Bond S&M, and if you're into S&M, your therapy is going to be like the sadomasochism stuff.
Mike. Feel better.
But because camels are they're the a-holes of the animal world.
But every day is
I mean, really, doesn't camel toes make you feel better? I mean, just saying.
It actually, I want to say yes because I see where you're going with this.
But here's the problem.
Every time I see one, I'm like, that looks painful.
Right?
Does it not look like it? Like maybe
and
there's gonna be a.
And then it's the love-hate thing because you got the camels, and then you've got that they spit on you, so you've got the yin and the yang, the good and the bad. It's like women.
Yes.
Oh, wow. You just turned into a giant pussy. Well, all right.
Yes.
Wow, now we know.
I am what I eat.
Jeez.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
I bow.
Wow.
To the lug nuts.
So the dogs are easily identified, as I was saying, by their high-res jackets, their high-vis jackets and bandanas. You can find these only in Aberdeen, the UK.
That's a sweet thing.
It's probably a good time to bring up our sponsor.
I would love for that to happen.
Would you?
I love.
Are you
our
uncomfortable
sponsors.
right now?
Am I uncomfortable? No, I'm talking about therapy dogs, buddy. But you know what? I think that one good turn deserves another.
Doesn't it, though?
Yeah.
Our sponsor for this portion of the program is TRA Guns.
Hey!
Oh, somebody so disrespectful he's okay with this.
He what?
Say, somebody who's pew pew is happy with how bad we've been.
Sorry,
this segment.
one more time. One more time in
I'm so excited
English.
with all my friends right
No.
now. So, what?
Okay.
TRA Guns.
There you go.
TRA
Sorry,
Guns.
my
Yeah,
bad.
that's all right. That's okay. So TRA Guns, this is one of their, if you click on what's new, this is what you'll find. Can somebody in there just take this full screen? Because this is the, see, no one's listening to me again. This is the, right?
Just describe what you see.
Well, this is the Smith & Wesson. It is the Model 360 Survival Kit. And so it's not just the you don't just get the revolver, the double action 357 revolver, but you also get the entire kit, which contains a shovel, a first aid kit, shelter building cards. I want to know what shelter building cards are.
I was just about to ask. Like I've never heard of that. What is that?
A signal mirror, a fire starter, a whistle, and a flashlight. Now, see, to a jackhole, that's called a party kit. That's not a survival kit. That is a party kit. Let's see if I can get them to. Let's see if they're going to listen now. Hey, can you guys bring it full screen so that anybody watching can see it? Can you bring the full screen and that way? There it is. And look, it's spinning around in 360 degree beauty. So somewhere in there, did you see it just like do a little jig there? So there's shelter building cards. You've got the signal mirror, the fire starter.
I bet the shelter building cards are instructions on how to build different
Well, then this is not for men, obviously.
We don't need that.
Because men never read the directions or instructions.
You don't need to.
So you must, if you're going to get this, you must either be a woman or have a woman with you so that somebody can be there to read the directions and shout them at you.
Yeah, while telling you that you're an idiot for not reading the
While
cards
telling
in the
you're
first
doing it
place.
wrong.
Yeah, that's
You're doing
That's
it
important.
wrong.
That's important.
I'm reading the instructions. Here they are. But that's why they put the gun in the kit.
Damn it.
So that one of you reads the instructions, the other one has the gun. That's the great equalizer. The fire. This is a really cool kit.
Yeah.
It's brand new at TRA Guns, and this whole thing is
how much?
Normally sells for $770. It's on sale for $695.
$695.
$695. Don't forget that's got the gun in it too.
Yeah.
That's got
important.
the Model 360, or excuse me, the it's a 357. It does not say which. It doesn't say which one it is. Oh, sorry, there it is. It's the M360 357. It's not a Magnum. It's just a 357.
It's just 357.
That is slick.
I will also add that if they have the closeout items.
Oh.
And that page changes daily because a lot of these guns are just snatched up, and because they're amazing prices, absolutely amazing prices.
See, now that's called the subtle bell right there.
That's the subtle bell.
You get the subtle
I like
bell.
that.
See,
The gentle
see, Lori
loving.
D, You could
Gentle
actually take a few lessons here. Subtlety is sometimes a lot. Excuse me. Subtlety is all the time better than than the overt, because
Somebody
the
on
overt.
Twitter told me I had nice boobies. So no, there's no subtlety.
No, that was the.
Pickled squirrel is in the
that was
parking lot.
somebody
I'm gonna
else.
go
You
get
were.
her. So I'll be right back.
Is she She's working the parking lot?
I don't know. Ask her.
Whoa! Did you hear? Hold on. Hang on.
We
hang
gotta
on.
make money
Hold on,
somehow.
Shut the door there. Go ahead and. Lori, shut the door.
Yeah.
Shut the door. All right, now listen to that. Everybody, listen to that. That's the
that's
sound of
wonderful.
no Lori.
It's nice.
That is the sound of no Lori D.
I haven't heard a bell for
Can
a
we
total
lock the
of
door?
5 seconds.
Lock the door.
That's a great idea.
It's locked.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm just gonna sit here and.
Can we just relax
Yep.
for what is this? We have 2 minutes
2
and 40
minutes and
seconds
40
left?
seconds
How
before
about
the
that?
break.
How about that badass case that you built back there for that?
Do you
game?
like that?
That is nice.
Yeah, TRA Guns gave us that, and Brad is just a master creator. Let's just say that.
By the way, don't break the glass. Just unclip the
Yeah.
top there and fold it down, because otherwise, I have to replace the glass.
But if
on
you
it.
break the glass, you can use the sword.
To break the glass.
Oh, I was going to say, no, you can
Wait.
use the sword now, because the sword is actually
Yeah.
sitting outside of the glass.
I guess that would be like one extra step, or you could just start using the sword.
This is, I guarantee you, the only studio in probably the world with an AR, a sword, this selection of booze, peas,
foot fetish coloring books,
right? An AOC comic book. I guarantee you, nowhere in this universe can you go to find this collection of stuff.
I've got to tell you, we've got some seriously amazing fans for one.
Yeah, well, except for that one guy.
Suck it, Rory.
I think they prefer Jackhole to fan, because they don't. I mean, a fan blows on you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeez.
And after saying that, Rusty, I would like you to hold my sword.
Gentle.
See? How does that feel? Is that
Do you
amazing?
need 2 hands or just one with a side?
That's just
one.
one. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
he's
just
got it
one
right
hand.
there up to the hilt. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's. Is that not amazing?
It is,
I mean,
it is
got some-
rather skinny. I would thought it would have been bigger to hold on to.
I know,
I'll say
but-
this: it's
I'm
not
just saying.
necessarily the size; it's how you use it.
Right.
It is, but it's shiny. It's very shiny.
Yeah.
And
He does
feel-
polish it a lot.
Right,
Yes.
be
I can
careful
tell he
right there
polishes
at the
it.
tip of it. It's very sharp.
Oh, yeah.
Just put your finger
All
right there at the tip.
Well,
Just-
I don't
just the
know
tip.
if I should touch the tip.
Just fair.
No, just the tip.
Just
I don't
gently.
think the tip.
Be careful, because that does. It is ow.
Yeah.
See?
Oh yeah.
It's got a sharp tip,
Yeah.
doesn't it? I'm just saying. This is.
Not
I
just
mean,
the tip.
this is
Oh,
a
my
pretty
God.
impressive sword. I mean, to find anywhere, but to find in this room next to the AR.
We can go ahead. Yeah, let's put the sword back up before people start getting a little handsy.
I'm kind of glad my parents don't listen to this. Just saying.
My mom does.
Oh no.
Yeah. I feel so bad.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. You know what? Sometimes you just have to let the freak flag fly.
I know my mom's listening.
What's
now,
up?
sure.
Yeah. All right. So, wow, we only have to survive another 30 minutes of this. That is pretty stunning if you think about it.
Brave, sunny and brave.
It's like seeing the shoreline from the sinking ship. It's like, man, I can see the shore. I just keep breathing and swimming. Your Daily Mojo.
High capacity, fully automatic, large caliber, freedom. MoJo 50.
Poop maps, co-working spaces that double as parking spots, needles everywhere, and evil rich people. Such is the life in the city of San Francisco today. Yes, that bastion of liberal ideology is also a bastion of the uber rich, the dirt poor, and few and far in between. Estimates from a recent LA Times report points out that over 4,000 homeless people sleep on the streets of the city every night. Further estimates say that over 28,000 homeless people occupy the Bay Area as a whole. On the other end of the spectrum, the average 2-bedroom home costs $1.3 million, and a family of 4 that pulls in $117,400 a year considered low income. So naturally, you have to combine woke activism with stretching every last dollar. Enter WePark, which is, as you might guess, turning on-street parking spaces into co-working spaces. But don't be fooled, it's not really ingenuity at work. It's more activism than viable employment trend. Don't take my word for it, though. Take the word of Matt Bresnia, one of the activists involved in WePark, who said this in an interview with Fast Company earlier this week. Quote, "The climate deadline is in the next 10 years, but we continue to allow unfettered access to our city streets and spaces by Chevy Suburbans. Their vision, a world in which Wi-Fi enabled shipping containers, not pesky vehicles, occupy city streets. It's all in the name of inclusivity and sustainable cities, after all, according to Fast Company. Yes, because nothing says beautifying a city and keeping it sustainable like parking shipping containers on city streets. Either that or the exact opposite is true. Here's a novel idea. Go to a damn coffee shop, buy a coffee, and park your ass on a chair for 8 hours like normal people. Apparently, that's too much to ask for this woke bunch. I'm Andrew Coppins, and this has been By the Numbers. You can follow me on all the socials at The Coppins Show.
By the Numbers with Andrew Coppins is powered by TarRiverArms.com. They've revolutionized online firearm sales with high-resolution pictures, 3D imaging, and the best prices. How much will you save? Find out at TarRiverArms.com. That's TarRiverArms.com.
The Daily Mojo.
What I just realized is that we never went back, and it was the, in headlines, what? Was it the Gravy Computer? Which one was the fake one? It was not the Gateway to Hell. Which one was it?
I don't know.
I can't remember which one, because the other one, the pouch, that means that the hands-free pouch was real.
Yeah.
See, this place is just filling up with people.
I started to say,
Get in here.
that room's never had so many
Squirrel
people
just
in it.
showed up.
I know,
Oh my
right?
gosh, I love Casey so much. This is Casey. She's Pickled Squirrel.
Hi,
Good
Casey
morning.
Pickled Squirrel. Look at that. Be careful now. You have to wash your hands.
Did Brandon get lost?
I don't know. He just he wanders off occasionally and he gets lost. No, we've got the entire Jack Hole. No, don't close the door. That ruins the whole thing.
The adults are up there.
Hey, you gotta open. You gotta leave the door open.
No, Brandon's in here, so okay, whatever.
See? Hey, remember that sound we all heard about 5 minutes ago?
The train?
It's back.
What?
Do you know Brandon? Do you know Pickled Squirrel?
I just met.
I do. We just met like in person now for the first time.
See, this is like.
My Casey.
And Ron's right. There's never been this many people. Which of the headlines was the false one? I can't remember.
The
now.
Portal to Hell.
Portal to Hell.
The Portal to Hell,
Yeah.
which is surprising because that was in Kentucky.
That made the pouch real, right?
Right. That made the pouch
What the
real.
hell?
See, I love the fact that like
And that just now hit me for some reason that the pouch was a real story.
Yeah, I love the fact that like the most ridiculous thing, because you can this entire thing, and in any one of those like true stories is still as unbelievable as the unbelievable one. Because I could totally see a woman actually saying, "No, I can't buy this house. There's a portal to hell here." You know.
Yes, it's again.
But a not reaching pouch is actually, when you think about it, not a bad idea.
Well, and where did you find that? Because I wanted to see more about it.
I can't give away my secrets.
Well, then just find it and tell us more about it.
All right.
Because and again, they're aiming this at young black men. And again, it just now hit me.
Yeah.
That's what this is being marketed toward.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and then I understand why. And in fact, I think it's a better solution than some of the solutions they've been coming up with lately, which are like, stop police from doing stuff, man.
Right.
Well, no, we can't.
And by the way, if you didn't hear headlines this morning, this was one of the.
Rusty, stop it.
By
Rusty and Lusty are getting it on over there.
This is actually
this is such debauchery.
This is actually on NBC News.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the woman she invented this.
So yeah, her name is Jackie Carter. She's in Pennsylvania, and she's celebrating her son's 30th birthday when she heard the news that a Minnesota man, Philando Castile, was shot.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And so she was like, "Well, something's got to be done. Something has to be done.
Right.
How can we make it so that police won't shoot people while they're sitting in their car reaching for the things that the officer just told them to reach for?"
Right.
To which she said, "Oh, I'll create a no reaching pouch, and you can just store all of your stuff right there."
It's like the crock with fanny pack.
You don't get the spell.
Why? I've been in charge of it all week, and I've been here for an hour, and get it taken away from me.
That's what happens when you show up at work drunk.
Yeah.
I'm not. Oh my god, I'm excited. I'm with all my friends. I'm on adrenaline. No sleep.
Sorry,
she creates this little pouch that you can put all your stuff in. So, like, when the officer says license and registration, you can be like, "Oh, right here, officer," and complete, and they have no reason to draw their gun on you.
You could just be polite, and then they won't draw their gun on you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's the natural solution.
So, all right. So, Peachy, have you been pulled over?
Oh gosh, I have the worst luck. I've never gotten out of a ticket in my life.
Yep.
Every
Really?
time I get pulled
Are you
over,
serious?
yes,
You've
every
never
time.
gotten out of a ticket?
Yes, I've never, and I've tried everything.
Where's the bell? Damn it.
That would be a direct reference, though.
I mean,
That's not.
Even afterwards, he was like, "No, you're still."
No, you're coming back to court.
$245 in Nevada on my way
That's
here.
so weird. I actually have gotten
sure
out
I
of.
need to blow into this?
See, the problem is,
Bell. Oh my gosh.
I have gotten out of many a ticket.
That
and,
way?
It's not. I'm trying everything. It's being able to do anything is what it is.
Bell.
I imagine
That's
we
the
both
difference.
had the gay cops then.
Maybe. Is
Wait a
that
minute,
why
so
that guy?
Wait a minute. So you've been pulled over
It
mainly
wasn't
by
his
female
thumb.
cops?
No, I've never gotten pulled over by a female cop.
Oh, really?
Nope, never.
Really?
I've gotten pulled over once by a female cop, and she didn't give me a ticket.
I got frisked by a female cop.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's not Gabe, it's TSA.
That's right.
What'd she find?
Not my secret pouch.
Hold on. Hang on a second. Let me get comfortable here. Now, what'd she find?
Say it nice and slow.
I'm going to touch you with the back of my hand.
Oh, he's getting all Bradley.
I'm just going to rub the back of my hand right here. Can you feel that?
Do you have any bombs?
By the way, let me just tell you, going through an airport with Doc Thompson was a... you could do an entire show on going through an airport with Doc Thompson. If you wanted to ever just like sneak through TSA, not sneak through, but just get through quietly, nope. You were never getting through TSA.
Yeah.
Not quietly, not quickly,
But
not
it's free show
efficiently.
content.
But it was so, it's like, okay, here we go. Here we go. Because he wasn't quiet going through TSA. I mean, it's not like he could even do it just surreptitiously. Everything he did was loud. It was, you want to look in there? All right, fine. Let's just go right over here. Right over here. Stand right here? Okay, we'll stand right here. What are you looking for? It was,
Where's that hand going?
Yeah. You call that a frisk? No, that's not a frisk. This is a frisk. It was never a dull moment, I will tell you that.
This was a lovely tea party. Thank you, Daddy.
So no, seriously, you've never gotten out of a ticket? Never
No,
been
seriously.
able to see.
And I speed like a demon.
Yeah.
What color is your car?
Black. And it's always like a minivan or an SUV, or
She's
the
not a
first one I
racist.
had was an 88 Chevy Celebrity, and I got pulled over doing like a lot and a little.
I actually got pulled over doing 35, or was it 40 plus, and the cops still let me go. And
how'd you do it? What'd you do to get
you know
out
what
of
he
it?
did instead? He called my parents.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, that's worse.
I was like, I'll just go to jail. Can I just go to jail?
Give me the ticket. Give me the ticket.
Do not send me home.
Because then you get the. You know what? We're not mad. We're just disappointed.
Yeah. I got a $300 speeding ticket 2 days after I got my license.
They were mad.
They were mad. You got a what?
I got a $300 speeding ticket 2 days after I got my license in Brown Deer, Wisconsin. I was trying to get home to go to
What the
prom.
hell were you doing?
Trying to get home to go to prom.
I know, but what do you have to be doing to get $300?
52 in a 30 in a residential area. Oh.
Actually, you know what? My first ticket was 48 and a 30.
Okay.
But it wasn't a $300 ticket.
Well, it's Wisconsin.
Well,
They're
how long
a-holes.
ago was it?
Because you are
let's
old.
see. It was I remember because I passed the Brontosaurus, and he was just doing his usual nibbling on the tree. And we were pedaling. It was about 1980, 81.
So with inflation, that's what,
I was 4 years
$3,500
old,
now.
Brad.
It's been a while. No, but it wasn't.
81?
It
I
wasn't
wasn't
even.
born.
It wasn't even a. How do you know?
There you go.
See, or were you? 48 and a 30 is not all that bad. It's only 18 miles over.
No, if you're going to do something, do it with
It's
gusto.
right, exactly. I mean, if you're going to either go big or go home.
Yeah, if you're going to
Go all the way. That's yeah.
bell. You
Ding,
took
ding,
the
ding.
bell away from me.
Because you cannot not use the bell.
Exactly.
So you've got to.
Next week, your life goes back to normal.
Your bells are significantly heavier than
I
mine.
think he prefers the madness here. Jill Hollis in Seattle.
He's
It's
in
official.
Renton. He's not in Seattle. Stop lying.
Lusty Jill Hall will look forward to all of the MoJoCon gatherings with all the action she's getting today.
She's next to Larky right now.
Okay,
Larky could lean his head back and then make it perfect
You could rest your head on
headrest.
boobies right now. Do it. Do it. Boobies. He's got his head on boobies.
It's okay. The thing that's most disturbing about Lusty is the beards and the sidebird.
She's cupping.
No, look at the side of her face.
Yeah, that's.
Do you see the beard?
I
Sideburns are a
thought you
little
liked
strange.
the beard and the sideburns look.
On
Brandon
men,
only? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there
on
you
women,
go.
they're a little creepy.
Liquid Solid Slug said, worked for TSA. You want me to pat you down for old time's sake?
Maybe.
DMX.
How much?
$20, same as now.
Thank you.
DMX DM said, what? Peachy's never gotten out of a ticket. I've smiled and talked to scared face my way out of about 25 of them.
Who was that? He does sound like
DM.
a 14-year-old, though. He has a very cute
I'm
little.
stunned. I
cute little voice.
really am
his
stunned.
voice.
You've never been able to get out of a ticket.
Never. Every time I get pulled over, I get a ticket.
I even get out of tickets.
No. Well, what do you guys do?
Hashtag, you're doing it wrong.
I do nothing different than what I'm doing now.
Whenever they come up to the window, don't go, what's up, pig?
Right.
Bitch ass cop.
I smell bacon.
That's what I was doing.
Give me a
wrong.
ticket, I dare you. See, that kind of stuff is going to make me give you a ticket.
You're not one of them who says, I pay your job.
Oh, that
My
might
taxes
be it.
pay for you.
Was I supposed to tell him about the gun? Maybe that was the problem.
Don't tell him about the gun.
Well, no, because when you get pulled over, first thing you should do, especially if it's at night, you roll all your windows down, you turn on the dome light or the interior light, and put both hands on the ledge of the window, so they can see both hands as they walk up. And then
Hands up, don't shoot.
Right. I forgot about the part where you unbutton three
There
buttons.
it is. I was waiting for it.
That's
Waiting
the
for
key.
secret.
That's the key.
Yeah,
Right.
sorry.
He's taking his clothes off.
I did leave out step one. Sorry. That's unbutton three buttons, then put your hands on the windowsill so they can see both of them, and then smile sweetly as they walk up. I'm sorry, officer.
Is there something wrong?
Was I doing something wrong?
Was I being naughty?
Because I can do something. Because I have a problem.
Bad girl.
I am so naughty so often. I don't know. Was I doing something naughty back there? Because I sure should have been. I was thinking about doing something naughty. And then see where it goes from there. That's how you have to
Jail.
start.
That's where it goes from there for me. Jail.
Dear Penthouse. Dear Penthouse.
Right?
I never thought this would happen to me.
I know.
I really thought that this 3-button thing would work. I'm not writing about having sex with anybody.
No,
I
I
still
just-
went to jail after I offered the cop everything. I don't understand what happened.
I just tried to
Penthouse,
get
what
out.
am I doing wrong? All of your writers seem to be doing things right.
I was just trying to get out of a ticket. Because my friend Becky, I was in just outside of Vegas, and she's in the passenger seat, and the cop walks up, and she leans over, and I can see the cop's eyes look down, and I went, "Okay, we got this one." I'm sorry, officer. Was there a problem here? I just was I going to? I apologize, man. It was.
You were obviously distracted.
I was. I mean, you could see what I'm dealing with here. Man, I am so sorry. I'd like to buy a couple of tickets to the policeman's balls. I mean policeman's balls.
And the party.
Right. And the after party. Oh, I'm all in. How about $40? That work for you?
It's more than downtown.
I know it's worth
Well, he's
it.
buying
because-
two.
That's
Okay.
because yes.
All right. Okay.
You buy balls in pairs of tickets. I mean, you don't want to go to the ball alone, do you? For crying out loud.
Bell.
Ball.
James, ring the bell.
What?
I don't know. That's the wrong bell.
That's my favorite bell.
This is the wrong bell. That's the right
Pamela
Gee.
Gorman said, my dad is a retired cop, and I had a boyfriend in high school that walked in my house and yelled, "I smell bacon." Thank God my mom was actually making bacon. Your boyfriend or whatever, he was clever. I got it. Well done.
You know that's happened. That's have to have happened more than one time when a cop is in a place and there's bacon. I smell bacon.
Oh, we made bacon in my house all the time.
Yeah, I would purposely cook bacon every day, just waiting for someone to say that line, because you're the one who gets to take my daughter out, because you're quick.
You're clearly you're
daughter?
genetically superior.
Pick one.
You used bacon to bait boys to come see your daughter.
Aww, no.
If it works, dude, if it works,
That's
it works.
kind of what it sounded like from over here. I was like, wait, did I miss something?
No, if I was in that house and my husband was a cop, I'd make bacon every day, waiting for someone to walk in and say,
Okay. Oh, I got you. All right.
I
'Cause
smell bacon.
that was kind of. I thought the same thing that
Keep
you did,
up.
James.
Have you not had
That was a
I'm doing four
multi-level
jobs.
comment.
Right.
Catch up.
Exactly.
Catch up.
Alexa, order sausage. Got him.
We got him.
Got him.
We got him.
Alexa did announce today it's going to release
Give me
these.
choices for sausage in here.
You're welcome.
"What one's your favorite?
You're
do you
welcome.
Like, do you like the
Yeah, I wish-
smoked sausage or the?"
Oh, Ron loves a good smoking sausage. He really, thank you.
Fake sausage.
I like all kinds of sausage.
There you go.
Yep.
And it's
My
not
favorite,
special.
my favorite's Elgin sausage. Have y'all had that?
No.
Oh man. Okay, so
You-
the best
have you
sausage
had
come from
Usingers?
Elgin, Texas. What?
Usingers is from Chicago.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, okay. It's the only good thing that can
You know what's funny is I went to Chicago and I was like, all right, I can't wait to taste the food here. I bet it's going to be amazing. And nothing I ate was like, yeah. You know, I feel like all the flavor was just not there for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe I just ate at the wrong places. I don't know because I keep hearing about how amazing Chicago cuisine
No,
is.
Chicago's a terrible town.
Apparently,
Everything's bad about it. Sorry.
But no,
except Izzo. Izzo, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Please
we
don't
love
beat me
you,
up if you're here
Izzo.
this weekend.
If you guys manage while you're down here in Texas to travel to Elgin, or if like your journeys take you past there, go into one of the restaurants, try the Elgin sausage. It will blow your mind.
Belle! Oh my gosh.
Why?
Killing me, Small.
The flavor is amazing. The texture is amazing. Everything is amazing.
Oh, you
about
liked
it.
having that sausage in your mouth. Belle, thank you.
Sorry, I'm over here writing something. Continue on.
Brad, we're doing your job for you. Just like that, man.
Talk amongst yourselves.
That
I'm
was,
busy.
Can we, please?
No, look, I have a sausage story. No, yeah.
What's that?
I have a sausage story.
Oh,
So-
go
You
yeah,
do.
tell us by all
Of
means.
course
Tell
I
us
do.
your sausage story.
Funny. One of my younger sisters owns a deer processing plant down in Sonora, Texas, and she does summer sausage with jalapeno and cheddar. And I cannot tell you this. She sends 3 big long sticks every year, and
Somebody
they are
screenshot
gone
Peachy doing this.
in a week.
You haven't finished the story.
Yes.
Keep going.
No, well, I only have a little tiny piece of sausage left, and I guarantee it's gone before I get home. And
that's
we've had
sad.
it for like 10 days.
Venison sausage?
Yeah.
Oh, I love venison
She's so
sausage.
good. Oh, she's amazing down there. Oh,
Thank you.
What?
See?
Well, you were going to say something.
no,
What? Say it.
I don't want to
Why?
because I don't want to shamelessly plug anybody.
You should.
Belle! Oh my gosh, fail.
If it's good, plug it.
Okay, well then it's Rough Creek Taxidermy down in Sonora, Texas, and they do all sorts of stuff. And she always is in there with her hands dirty. So
Building America.
Will they stuff a beaver?
yeah, she did a giraffe.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's done a zebra. She actually went on a zebra hunt and got her own zebra, and then
How about elk?
stuffed it.
How about elk?
Anything you bring her, she'll stuff it.
So wait, she
I like
did the
that.
taxidermy on a giraffe. How long did that take her? Did you know?
It took her, I want to say 6 weeks.
6 weeks
8
for an
weeks,
entire
something like that,
giraffe?
yeah. Well, she just had the she just had the pelt, I guess is what you call it.
Oh,
They got
okay,
shipped
so-
to her, and then she did it, and then they shipped it back. Out.
Okay, that's amazing.
She's amazing, and
Yeah.
this girl, she's like a supermodel. She could have done anything. She's super pretty. She's always been very
sexy and
girly.
she
Yeah,
knows
she is. She's my sister, but she's very happily married. And she went into
bet she
taxidermy.
is.
Well, I guess you figured taxidermy is never going to go out of style. Someone's always going to want a stuffed animal in their house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good on her.
You missed
Good on her.
You missed the whole.
You done typing? Can you pick it back up now?
MoJo 50 groupie. Apparently, Rondolph needs to check his email. Apparently, she sent him something.
Sexy and I know it.
You know what time that means it is. We got to talk about the gun box.
Yeah.
It's the modern day gun on the mantle.
Echo.
It represents safeguarding in your home. It represents defending your family. It represents protecting your freedom. That sounds very patriotic, doesn't it?
That does sound very
The gun
patriotic.
box, protecting your freedom. Some are convinced that in today's world we should hide and wait for society to protect us. We firmly believe that each person has an individual responsibility to protect themselves and provides safety for their loved ones. The gun box empowers firearm owners with the ability to defend responsibly. And at the same time, look damn good doing it.
That's right.
Sexy and I know it.
I mean, seriously, if you haven't seen the gun, have you seen the gun box? Who hasn't seen the gun box?
Those boxes
You haven't
are
seen the
sexy.
gun box?
You've not seen the gun. Oh, bring up the gun.
I'm bringing up the gun box.
We're gonna have one here in the studio. Matlock's working on it. We should have it in 2 years.
You're gonna get the big one.
Yeah. He'll have it in here by 2021. I'm convinced of it. But these things are. I mean, look, they're sleek. I mean, how would you describe
So
this?
these are what they look like.
Yeah, look at that.
The Echo,
Is
the
that not
tactical,
amazing?
if you will.
For those of you listening, it's a
a
round.
box.
It's a box, but it's a box with curves.
Yeah.
When you think of a
It's
box,
a
you just
sexy
think of
box.
right?
Because
You
it's
think
all
of a shoe box.
Yeah, exactly. It's
harsh
all
edges.
angular.
Hard.
Right. Yeah, this is no hard. This is soft. It
These
is
are
sexy.
soft. These are soft curves.
Oh yeah,
Everyone
And
loves a good
it's
soft curve.
I mean, they're smooth. They're shapely. They look good. They're looking good while they're holding your weapon. See?
It's your fault, Bradley.
I tossed that one over there to you underhanded. You're welcome. But you can either get the 2.0, you can get the Echo, you can get the SK1 Tactical, and seriously, plant that right in the middle of the living room, and put all your big guns in it.
I need a gun box for myself because right now what
Ask
I'm
Matt
using.
Locke, he'll have one for you by 2022.
That's before the world ends, though, so it's fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, you'll still have a good 7 years to use it before we all die.
It might take a while, but it'll be the big one.
That's right.
Whiskey is telling me to check Twitter.
That I guess deserves a bell.
Uh-huh. Where's
I'll do the bell there.
Go to the gun box, compare the models, look at the prices, and then use a promo code MoJo somewhere in there. See what it gets you. See what promo code MoJo at thegunbox.com gets you, and make sure that you look at all of the different models in there: the Echo, the 2.0, and the SK1. What are you? Okay,
Whiskey
they
took
are.
a screenshot.
You guys are
of
worse
Peachy.
than a 5th grade
Oh,
class.
you are in so much trouble this weekend.
Am I?
No, Whiskey took a
How's that different from any other weekend?
I don't know. Of Peachy doing this and says,
"Oh,
Peachy really knows how to handle a sausage."
Yeah, I do.
Right? See?
I make sandwiches with sausage. They're fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I'm hungry.
We're gonna do a sandwich off.
I'm not sure.
hungry.
I'm not sure I would have used that statement right there if I were you or not. I mean, that was.
I want some sausage. What can I say?
I'm really glad your hands are up there higher where they are, especially considering where I'm standing in that picture.
Oh yeah. See?
At first, it didn't like you were wearing clothes. That's not my thumb. That's not my thumb. Yeah, this is MoJoCon week here at MoJo 50, otherwise known as we just have the cops in the parking lot 24 hours a day.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
You need 'em.
it just saves them time from being called so often over here. Pageant and
I've been here all weekend.
I
There's
can't
no
believe
problems.
Smacking Duck is not here. I can't believe Smacking Duck is
He's
not.
too curmudgeonly to get here. He just wants to. mop
Lately,
us
no, I
positions.
think he's been way too agreeable lately, and it's I'm starting to be concerned.
He might have a woman in his life finally. Oh wait, no, that's the opposite.
Yeah, I was
It's
going to say that's not going to soften him up. That's
I figured tickle score was enough.
always enough. Casey's always enough. That's right.
I'm really concerned because he's been very agreeable.
Well, you know, so I guess maybe he's just that way right now because he's drinking again. I don't know.
It might be.
You
It's
know.
I mean, it's just.
Is it again if you never stop?
Is it what?
Is it again if you never stop?
We got to sleep
That's true.
sometime.
No, not necessarily.
Not really.
It's
Just,
called passed out when you
It's-
drink that much. It's
Right.
not sleeping.
You're not drinking then.
Unconscious.
Being passed out is not the same as going to sleep.
no, it is not.
I guess that's true. I guess
And,
that's true. But during that time, you're not sleeping.
How can
drinking? As far as
How
I
can
know.
you drink all day if you don't start in the morning?
That's a good point.
And Jill Hollis in Seattle. I'm now convinced that the Brandon Morse is a bell use Nazi in the way he shut at Texas Lori D down.
If I had to hear that bell just constantly,
Right?
it defeats the purpose of the bell.
Yeah, you start getting tinnitus from it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It does. It takes away.
And if everything's an innuendo,
nothing's an innuendo. And I'm sorry to report that Izzo's not going to be here this weekend.
So disappointed.
Oh my gosh.
So disappointed.
Not
Fail.
more than I am. I'm telling
Did
you.
he get arrested already?
I miss
He's
Izzo. I actually miss Izzo.
he is a. You've never seen him in person, have you?
I have not. I'm excited to hug somebody where I don't have to reach 4 feet in the air.
Well, there's that.
I wanted to see the crazy
Aside
eyes
from
in
like
person.
He is. No, Izzo's a lot of fun. He is a lot of fun. He's like a little fire plug. He is a fire plug too. He's yeah. Oh, I know he is. He's like you try to push him over. You ain't gonna push him over.
He's like the laughing clown. Like,
Pretty much.
No clowns.
No clowns?
No, clowns are. Oh no, worst things on the planet.
He
No,
keeps
no.
popping back up.
I hate clowns.
And you, by
Which
the
means
way,
now there's going to be a clown showing up tomorrow.
you have a friend, by the way, in DM.
Oh, do I?
I stand with the Brandon Morse on bell ringing. Less is more.
Aw, good job, DM.
Yeah, thank you, DM. He makes great
More
coffee.
is more. More is more.
That coffee is delicious.
Great is good.
And I always have creamer in my coffee, and I don't know who made that out there or what it is, but it is fantastic.
I'm scared to put creamer in my coffee now.
Why?
Because of Rachel and Dr. Ken, they came in here and made me feel bad about consuming sugar every morning.
Well, you got to choose the sugar that you want. I choose, to drink my calories.
I
Creamer
guess
and
that's
booze.
a good point. You choose the sugar you want. I like my morning coffee.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd like it if I got this coffee every morning. Oh my god.
That's APR. It's the MoJo 50 blend.
He does have the coffee club.
Yeah.
See?
Thanks.
Never run
Ron, are you? Ron, it's so weird to see you paying attention for a change. So
Is it time to wrap this up? He's not open.
yeah, let's do it.
What do you mean it's last call?
Yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The end of Doc Thompson's Daily MoJo. But before we go, as always, let's find out what we learned today. We learned that Peachy is just doing it wrong.
Every time.
We learned that Helen Keller and Lori D would have been great friends.
Nice. Nice.
Shut your dirty whore mouth.
And we learned Leslie Gylhole is going to need weeks of rehab after this weekend. Weeks of rehab. Brandon, did you learn anything?
Yes, I've learned that we will not use the bell. Constantly.
More is more.
Less is more. What did you learn today?
That's how you end
Pickled
up in jail.
squirrel?
I learned that getting up at 2 in the morning, you really have to have a good reason to get up at 2 in the morning.
And this wasn't it. Yep.
Lori, what did you learn?
I learned that I need to be in control of all bells all weekend.
No. Wrong.
Nice try, but
Peachy,
no.
hello, what did you learn?
I learned Brandon likes to beg for sausage.
That's right.
Woo!
That's right.
I could have told you that.
Yeah. I thought that was common knowledge.
Anybody else?
Larky, what'd you learn, buddy?
You couldn't have sat in here for 3 hours and not learned
I learned
anything.
that Caitlyn Jenner is going to play Nancy Pelosi in the upcoming movie adaptation of the comic book.
And I cannot wait to see it. I cannot wait to see
By the
the
way,
movie
I just want.
adaptation.
By the way, everybody, I want you to look at the weather radar because wherever it's red, that's where MoJoCon is happening.
Amen.
Just so you know. Sorry. Good.
That's the Lord already passing
Continue
judgment.
on. Yes, he is. That's yeah. We're done. I'm afraid.
Oh,
I learned we need to open up a bottle of liquor. Where's the liquor?
Already.
That's dill pickle.
No, that started
Dill
this
pickle
morning.
vodka.
That started
We
very
already
early
opened
this
one up.
morning. Yes. God, that is
What'd you learn?
disgusting, James.
What did I learn?
Yeah.
Hopefully your fiance will do you like my wife takes care of me.
Oh!
That was actually very sweet.
That was sweet.
That was very
That
sweet.
was sweet. Wow,
That's wishful
look
thinking,
at the big
but very
smile on
sweet.
her face. That was a sweet moment.
I'm still not sure how you did that. Just amazing
She
to
is
me.
amazing.
Pretty and smart. That's just-
I actually have a question so I can learn something.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
How the hell did you all get in here?
With feet?
Somebody left the door open.
Yeah, Brad let me in all week long.
you
It's
got
Brad's
this.
fault.
You got that new guy back there, right?
Randolph?
He just started a couple days ago. He let us all in. He
Right.
said it was fine.
See?
Doors are unlocked. Everybody, MoJoCon, open to the public.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I can't wait to meet you all,
Except Rory.
except for Rory.
Yeah,
Don't
we
be a
wouldn't,
Rory.
I wouldn't show up if I were Rory. That just would not be smart.
Although,
at all.
I'm glad that Rory's around.
Rachel can come back.
Rachel,
Dr. Ken can come back.
Dr. Ken can definitely come back.
He's absolutely worth it. He
Dr.
can come
Ken can
back.
definitely come back.
What the rest of the Jack Holes learned in the...
Oh, yeah. The rest of the jackholes have had a very educational experience, Brad. Kurt Slugman
they?
Venomous Jackhole said Lori D is our black representative at the movies during MoJo.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, Kirk. So good you're not here because
Today's show, fun missed innuendo bells on the actual bells. Oh, no, that was yesterday. Never mind, because we just rang the bell nonstop today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this insanely off the rails.
tomorrow it only gets better because
Are we
there's
all,
more of us
yeah, are we
showing
all
up
done
today.
now? We'll get to the new numbers on procrastination soon as Doc returns from his vacation in Florida. In the meantime, your Daily MoJo, Ron Phillips Correction. When he's paying attention, wherever you go, whatever you do, pay attention to the 5 rules. You got to start being right and being happy. Good night, Doc Thompson.
Wherever you are!
This is the